I can swim. Just can't walk or dress myself. Take it easy. Take it easy.
All's my life I has to fight, nigga. All's my life hard times like, yeah. Bad trips like, yeah. Nazareth, I'm fucked up, homie, you fucked up. But if God got us, then we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
And when I wake up, I recognize you looking at me for the pay cut. Bahamas, I be looking at you from the face down. One Mac 11, even boom with the bass down. Scheming, and let me tell you about my life. Painkillers only put me in the twilight. With pretty pussy and Benjamin is the highlight. Now tell my mama I love her, but this what I like. Lord knows, 20 of them in my Chevy. Tell them all to come and get me, reaping everything I sow. So my karma come in heaven, no preliminary hearings on my record. I'm a motherfucking gangster in silence for the record. Tell the world I know it's too late. Boys and girls, I think I've gone great. Trying to side my faces all day. Won't you please believe when I say, when you know we've been hurt, been down before. Nigga, when our pride was low, looking at the world like, where do we go? Nigga, and we hate po-po when the killer's dead in the street for sure. Nigga, I'm at the preacher's door. My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
What you want? You a house, you a car, 40 acres and a mule, a piano, a guitar, anything. See, my name is Lucy, I'm your dog. Motherfucker, you can live at the mall. I can see the evil, I can tell it, I know it's illegal. I don't think about it, I deposit every other zero. Thinking of my partner, put the candy, painting on a Rico. Digging in my pocket, in a profit, big enough to feed you. Every day my logic, get another dollar just to keep you in the presence of your Chico. I don't talk about it, be about it, every day I sequel. If I got it, then you know you got it, heaven I can reach you. Pet dog, my dog, that's all. Big back and chat, I trap the back for y'all. I rap, I black on tracks, so rest assured. My rights, my wrongs, I right till I'm right with God. When you know, we been hurt, been down before. Nigga, when our pride was low, looking at the world like, where do we go? Nigga, and we hate po-po when the killer's dead in the street for sure. Nigga, I'm at the preacher's door. My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
I keep my head up high, I cross my heart and hope to die. Loving me is complicated, too afraid of my changes.
Salute, and welcome. Welcome back to the Black Ocean Announcement. We're getting deep in with your host, the one and only Great Black Shark. Oh, family, let me go ahead and warn all the shillbillies, the vote blue, no matter who crowd, the Rolling Martins, all the Democrat shillbillies. Oh, this gonna be the one that you're gonna hate. I'm gonna tell you right now, the broadcast tonight, because the truth that we're gonna tell over here and the things we're gonna get straightened out from the A road to the zero. It is going to make all of them curse my name, and after they expire from this world, they're going to pass it down on their deathbed to tell their children to curse my name. That's just how bad it's going to be, because we finna break a lot of this foolishness down tonight, and it's not going to be no sugarcoating over here. And salute to my good brother, Black Voltron Reloaded over there on the West Coast for the cash out. People showing love already. Let me go ahead and tell you something right now, family. Tonight's broadcast, this is going to be one to set a whole bunch of foolishness straight. And a lot of people have touched on it. No disrespect to them. They try to be very cordial when they speak on these things. And I understand why. Don't tell nobody else how to run their platform. But we're taking the kid gloves off over here tonight. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, give me a thumbs up in the chat room if you can hear me loud and clear. Expect there to be issues over here with the broadcast tonight. I expect them to come hard for this one tonight, because they're going to have every reason to when we get into it. Oh, y'all going to see. So let me see if everybody can hear me loud and clear first and foremost. If not, we will get that adjusted post haste. I always look at my chat room, okay? You know, bless some people's heart, man. I've seen countless people. Sometimes they get to cooking, man, and they mess around and it's an audio issue or something, man. And, you know, they have to go back and start all over again, okay? Salute. Okay, cool. Looks like everybody can hear me loud and clear. Salute to the good sister Sakina Collins for the cash out. Thank you very much, my sister. So, family, let me go ahead and give you a brief overview of what we're going to be talking about here tonight. We've seen now that most of Black America has voted for the Democrats for over 60 plus years, okay? And due to that fact, because that's what it is, it's a fact, it has led them to think that they own Black people, specifically foundational Black American freedmen men. Oh boy, if we don't vote blue no matter who, they scold us, they come at us wagging their fingers. Oh boy, we get called everything but a child of God. And you know, the Tiffany Crosses of the world tell us to just get in line and follow behind Black women. Well, I'm going to show you how you respond to that here tonight, because see, let me be clear on something. And I want to say this in particular to the people that adhere to the standpoint that you have to answer everything back to someone that disrespects you with respect. No, you don't. No, you don't. You are not entitled to respect anybody that disrespects you, okay? That's something we're going to have to stop doing. Let me be clear. There's a time and a place for respectful dialogue, respectful etiquette. But there comes a time also where you have to draw a line in the sand and let people know, okay, you've gone a bridge too far and we're going to put you back in your place. Because, see, let me say something to foundational Black American freedmen men. This broadcast tonight, I'm going to tell you what I'm calling for, because I've been on it my whole life, but I'm definitely calling for the rest of my brothers to be on the same tone that I am. We're going to have to train these people. And yes, I said the word train. We're going to have to train them that when it comes to Black men, you don't control us. You don't dictate terms to us like we're children, and you damn sure can't fearmonger or bully us into doing a damn thing. We have our own minds and thought processes, and we don't follow behind anyone. It is our natural position to lead, and that's exactly what we're going to do tonight, because I'm going to lead the way in straightening this foolishness, okay? So with that being said, let me scroll up and greet my esteemed guests that I see here. Building. I see the good sister Melanated Tay. Thank you for the cash out, my good sister. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Make sure I don't miss anyone. Make sure the chat room is up where I can see it. All right, here we go. I see the good brother Black Truth United in the building. The sister Melanated Tay. Hot One's in here. Michael Williams is in here. Sakina is in here. Dr. Chanel Phillips is in here. Let's see. Kevin Blackwell is joining us. My good sister, Mrs. L, is in here. Salute to you and your husband. Much respect. DSA 1 is in here. Silla T is in here. Let's see. Josh Norris, what's going on, young brother? I see my brother Bruce in the building. Derek Parker is in here. A-Dub 95 is in here. Let's see. Laundromat Larry. Okay, that's what's happening. Hey, that means you stay clean, brother. That's what's up. Sandra Evans is in here. No Nate No is in here. That's a hell of a name. That's what's up. Let's see. And Domsky Arcade, salute and welcome to all of you and everyone that'll be joining us tonight. So, family, before we get down to brass tacks, y'all know we got, do a little something lighthearted here, okay? And I hope everybody's weekend is off to a great start. As you know, your brother is continuing to do work down here in Georgia and our community, okay? Because let me tell you something. When I'm not broadcasting with my uncle, we getting on things, trying to get things done. Because look, I'm gonna tell you something. We all know what should be in place. We all know what should happen, but we're not gonna wait on FEMA or nothing else, okay? We do whatever we are able to help our people. And salute to everybody that's been helping me do that, okay? Much respect to all of you. Big salute to you because, see, let me tell you something. That's how it's got to go back to. No matter, even if we got reparations, we need to get back into that mindset of looking to each other when we need each other's help and seeking to work with brothers and sisters in the community that have the mindset to do that, okay? So now, with that being said, we got to get into a few little jokey jokes. Yeah, we got to get the jokes going because, this. Let me go ahead and tell you right now, Shillbillies, this is about as polite as the broadcast is going to get for you. So, if you're tuning in after these jokes, you know what I'm saying, you're going to want to get up out of here because I'm finna burn your soul to ashes tonight with nothing but the truth. With that said, we're going to get our first sponsor joke going here, and then we're going to get into some business.
A presidential song for anyone. One nation.
Think about the series finale of Moesha. What happened to Miles? Jay-Z kidnapped Miles from Moesha. We have not seen that little boy in years. And where do you think Jimmy Hoffa's body is? Who do you think has it? And Diddy got her pregnant. Jay-Z had Farrah's luggage. Why you think the song was crying? Yo, I was in the back seat when Tupac got shot. I was in the back seat. The windows were tinted. Y'all couldn't see me. I was back there. The diddler did it. Judy from Family Matters. Diddy took her. Liza Minnelli was supposed to play Dina in Dreamgirls. And guess who made a phone call? Under my umbrella, Ella. All these hurricanes? Who do you think is controlling the weather machine?
Y'all wanna act like y'all want a part of it? We greased up each other. Especially you, Will. I had you shiny, boy. You too, Callie. Baby, all boys, but I guess y'all forgot. We ripped each other apart at my party. Say I'm lying. Baby, all this a rock and a little bit of Marvin Gaye make me feel like a man. Rose, you know you like Marvin Gaye. And not to mention you, Meek Mill. Trying to make it look like I'm the only one out here.
Rolling around with these bitches that don't even love me, they just want a part of my buzz. Tell my mama about it, but
Yeah. What's up, chat room? You know you like that last sponsor. Go ahead, say I'm lying. Oh yeah? Just for that, we're gonna run it back one more time.
Forget that. Y'all wanna act like y'all want a part of it? We greased up each other. Especially you, Will. I had you shiny, boy. You too, Callie. Baby, all boys, but I guess y'all forgot. We ripped each other apart at my party. Say I'm lying. Baby, all this a rock and a little bit of Marvin Gaye make me feel like a man. Rose, you know you like Marvin Gaye. And not to mention you, Meek Mill. Trying to make it look like I'm the only one out here.
rolling around with these bitches that don't even love me, they just want a part of my buzz. Tell my mama about it, but
Oh man, listen, man. Look, I told you, man. Boy, some people, boy, they be 38 hot when you get the jokes going about the dealer. But let me tell you something. I didn't put him in that situation. He worked hard to be there. Now, is he the only one that should be in that particular situation? No, he's not. He's not at all. It should be other people there with him. And, hopefully they'll get there. Because if I was the dealer, man, hey, first of all, I wouldn't be in that position. But if someone was in his position, let's say that, they should go ahead and sing like a parrot. This is the time to get your parenting skills on. Oh, I see y'all laughing. Oh, look at y'all, man. Look, that's good. I'm glad I put a smile on your faces. But the Dylan should go ahead and get to singing, okay? Because he's not the only one having those freak out parties. And look, let's say it again. He ain't in trouble just for having freaky sex. I don't care who keeps saying that. I don't care who keep talking about it ain't no charges on the bullshit. That HSI document spells out what them charges are, okay? And ain't none of them light, all right? When nobody in here and say, oh, them light charges if they level them accusations against you. Bottom line, folks, be as freaky as you want to be. Have fun however you want to have it on either end of the spectrum, okay? Just make sure that everything is consenting and don't be calling yourself trying to terrorize or threaten nobody or none of that. And chances are you won't never see no situation like that, okay? I'm just saying. But anyway, I digress, family. We're going to go ahead and get started here dealing with some issues here, okay? Because we got a lot to clarify. Salute to my gorgeous Lieutenant Tam Chan. I see Breeze Omega joining us. Salute, salute. But I got to share something with you that a sister emailed me, man. Let me tell you something. If you're a black parent, hey, man, listen. Y'all got to be on top of your game at these schools. Now, what you looking on your screen right here, this sister emailed me this. This is a book, okay? The book title is called Waiting for Normal. Now, you probably already know where this is going. In fact, the business, hold on. Let me make sure y'all see this. Hold up. Let me make sure y'all see this because I want to make sure that y'all know exactly what's going on in these schools. Okay, let's enhance this a bit bigger. The book is called Waiting for Normal. Okay. It won a Snyder Family Book Award. Okay. That's a novel by author Leslie Connor. And if you hadn't figured it out yet, this is one of them books with the kaleidoscope community agenda. Okay. They're trying to polarize these kids in these schools. And look, let me tell you something. The sister that sent this to me, they had this in her 5th grader's reading class. Now, as foundational Black American freedmen parents, of course, they was on top of this. They told them, look, that's not appropriate for a 5th grader. And you know what I'm saying? They was on top of it. But see, let me give y'all black parents some advice, okay? And see, this is something, believe it or not, I've said this before. This is something where the brother Dr. Umar Johnson would come in handy, helping a lot of people, regardless whether you agree or disagree with everything. One thing I will give Umar credit for, he's very accessible. If you got an issue going on with your children, he'll help you. He will. I know that for a fact. I don't care what I disagree with, what he's saying. I believe in telling the truth. So my advice would be to this. I want everybody on the sound of my voice that has children to listen to this, okay? The reason why they keep doing this in these schools, let me talk to everybody for a minute, all right? Especially if you're a parent, listen to me. There's certain things in America that we've let them ease in, okay? Ease in, all right? They try something out on a small level first and see if you'll accept that, okay? Then, if they can get away with that, they'll move to step 2, okay? Now, step 2 is going to be a little bit more where you be like, oh, wait a minute, what is that? And then if you accept that, they'll be like, okay, cool, let's move on to step 3. And then that's when you can be like, oh, man, what in the world? A lot of people can be like, where did this come from? Let me tell you how you combat this. And this is going to take some effort on our part. We can't wait for anybody to do anything about it. If you see this going on in your school, you got to get together with the other parents in the community. And you got to say, listen, we need to come together and we need to let the Board of Education know that you're going to take this out of these schools. You shouldn't be putting nothing with no type of sexual agenda in it, reading to no kids in no 5th grade or nothing like that. At best, leave that in high school libraries, preferably college, okay? But definitely, it should only be accepted in something like a high school library. They trying to indoctrinate these kids with this madness. They are losing their damn minds, okay? They're losing their minds. Let me tell you something about that method of introduction. A lot of you probably heard me mention this before. Fact of business, I'm going to type this in the chat room because I like to educate my audience so that you're well prepared to fight back against these things. I'm going to put this chat room in large letters, and I want you to research it. If you've never heard me speak about it, okay? Never heard me speak about this, research the term I just put in the chat room. Salute to my good sister and the brilliant librarian, Patricia Jenkins, and Only Pamela's Way. I see you. It's called the Overton's window method, okay? That's exactly what I was describing there. They introduce things that are unthinkable to society at first as a test, and then it progresses from there. I want you to study that. There's diagrams of it. If I would have been thinking tonight, I would have had that queued up to show you all that. About the business, I will post it as the thank you post in the thank you post after this broadcast, okay? I want y'all to study that. That's exactly what's going on in society now. They're introducing all kinds of crazy stuff, and the only way that they can make it acceptable is if the people, we, the people, allow them to make it acceptable. Because, see, once you let it go on so far, then it becomes the norm, and then it's hard as hell to get rid of it, okay? See, what's going to have to start happening? I'm going to tell you what's going to have to start happening. It's going to take nationwide and white supremacists, okay? If you care about your kids, because y'all know you better care about this. You can't afford to not have kids, okay? Because that's exactly what they're pushing this agenda for, stop people from procreating. You better listen to this broadcast tonight, too. In all 50 states, everybody that's got kids need to come together and say, listen, get your state representatives and be like, look, advocate for all these schools that's going to do that. Well, you need to lose federal funding then, okay? Now, that's something I agree with. Leave children the hell alone. Let children be children. See, this is another reason why I really feel so bad for parents and children today, because, you know, I grew up in what I think was probably one of the last eras where children were allowed to be children. We didn't have to worry about all this stuff coming at us in schools, and even if they tried it, I'm going to tell you something, I've said it many times, as bad as Gen X was, hey, man, that would have never worked. They knew not to try that on ours. They'll be like, hey, man, these kids with their badasses, they're going to laugh us up out of here. Man, look, I'm telling you, they knew not to try it with us, all right? But see, we got to stand in the gap for our children because they don't have anybody else, man. They don't. Whatever, and see, let me say this before we get into tonight's broadcast. Protect your children's minds with every ounce of mental, physical, and spiritual strength that you have, because those developing minds in their formative years, that's what sets in their worldview, okay? I know a lot of people like, well, they just kids, is that the third? Think about this. You think about anything that you can remember from your childhood that was traumatic, okay? That kind of shaped your worldview on some things, especially if it's something you never got over. So now, in similar fashion, whether they're traumatized by it to the point of it affecting them negatively or not, it's a form of conditioning them to accept things. See, I'm just going to say the quiet part out loud. This type of constant introduction of sexual things to these young children like that, they grooming these kids so that if, you know, these child predators out here start preying on them, they're going to think that that's normal. That's what they want these kids to think, okay? You can't tell me there's no other reason for it, because why would you introduce something like that to a child, okay? There's no, they can't give anybody any explanation on that. See, let me tell you what they'll try to do. If you ever go to any type of meeting and confront them about this, the first thing they're going to try to do with people, and this is something the American public has to lock down on. If you say, hey, look, I'm talking to you about this specific problem, and this is what we want something done about, don't let these people start filibustering and deflecting. You be like, listen, if they start talking about everything except for what you said, cut them off. This goes back into what I said at the beginning of the broadcast about you not owing anybody that's disrespecting you or trying to harm you and yours, being your children. You don't owe anybody respect. You there to handle business. Like, listen, I didn't ask you about that. Now, either we're going to get something done about it right here, or we'll go over your head. Okay? That we got to get serious about this, man. This is warfare, man. This is warfare. So we cannot fail our children. They too young to understand what's going on. So it's up to the adults and the parents to fight back on their behalf, okay? So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. And you know, shout out to the sister, Mrs. L, for showing me that, because I'm like, hey, man, listen, let me tell y'all something. Anything like that, that email works, okay? I might not get right back to you immediately because I have a lot going on, but I always respond to everybody, okay? Yeah, unless you some type of troll or something. You see anything like that, send it to me. I'm the one that'll talk about it, okay? I ain't the guy that's gonna be like, I ain't gonna talk about it unless it's in the mainstream media. No. Let me tell you what's mainstream media to me, my community, okay? Everything may not make the news. See, that's the job of New Black Media. We supposed to cover the stories that, hey, the news won't talk about. We can't wait till it's on CNN or MSDNC, and I got a broadcast coming up. I said it right, MSDNC. I got one coming up about that. We can't wait until it's on these major networks before we report on it. In my opinion, new black media should work. Anybody in the community in all 50 states, if you got something that you need to be talked about, send it to us. And see, let me tell you what I'll do. I'm speaking for myself. Sometimes, and there's people that'll verify this. Sometimes if y'all send me something, and I know that it's something I know a lot of people need to see, I'll pass it on to somebody with a larger platform to me. Okay? Look, I've done this many times. I'm not a glory hog. Y'all know I don't care nothing about credit. I care about getting the work done. Okay? And sometimes that means you pass the ball to somebody else. That's what I believe in. Okay? So yeah, I'm just saying, y'all see stuff like that going on, anything about these kids, man, we got to protect them, man. And see, let me say this too. For anybody that had a problem with what I just said and what I showed you there, I'm looking at you sideways because, see, family, we're going to have to face a grim reality. You got people out here that are in charge to get this stuff in these schools. They are predators. I'm telling you now. Look, this is a predator's dream to get in an authoritative position where they have a chance to influence children and normalize preying on children. Anybody that had a problem with what I just said, that's exactly what you got going on. There's no other explanation for it because that is not normal. It's not acceptable. And in a society where we let that go, that's the end, the beginning of the end of society, okay? I just wanted to make that clear. So now tonight, we're going to get into set some things straight here with K.A.M.A.L.A. Oh, yeah, boy. We got to set some things straight with K.A.M.A.L.A. because I want y'all to listen to K.A.M.A.L.A. She got a song for you. I want y'all to listen to, what your ski wee VP that wants to be the president, the cackler in chief. I want y'all to listen to what she want to sing to y'all.
A presidential song for anyone. One Nation Under a Groove by Funkadelic. One nation under a groove, getting down just for the funk of it. Can I get it on the... Wow!
Boy, let me tell you something, man. That rhythmless, dried up shoe face hag, boy, that is blasphemy right there. See, that there needs to be a hate crime and protection for people that butcher our classic songs like that. We're dead face, rhythmless ass. Man, dude, sitting there just cackling about everything. And see, you know she didn't know nothing about that song or anything. These people, it's obvious they're coaching her. Say this, say that. Since they saying you ain't black, okay, come on, we got to blacken you up, K.A.M.A.L.A. And then they get to feeding her stuff, man. Let me tell you, Goofy, something, because this is white folks feeding her this stuff, okay? The people that she grew up around in Canada, talking about growing up around this, or we gonna get to that later. Y'all, when you put mayonnaise on stuff, it's not like we don't see it. We see the mayonnaise, okay? And you not faking nobody out in black society. Only people that's gonna vote for K.A.M.A.L.A. is the old boomer shillbilly class. These goofy, you know what I'm saying, kaleidoscope warriors, because look, part of their agenda is preying on children. I see it and I'm in it. All right. And of course, the tether class. They're the only three groups of people that's really going to support this woman. Okay. They're the only three people. But see, I'm gonna let the bubble down. I'm gonna let that bubble down again. I'm finna burst that bubble one more time. Remember this when I said it. There's been a lot of people with different takes on things, and they have very intelligent takes on it. But you know who's gonna decide this election? It's going to be two groups of people. Just two. Of course, Black America, because a lot of you are choosing the couch. Some of you going to vote the Cheetos. Some of you going to vote Jill Stein, Cornel West. You know what I say? Hey, vote against blue no matter who. Shout out to my good brother Philip Scott for that hashtag. He came up with that. I agree with that. Hey, man, see, that's how I am. Somebody come up with something, it's a good idea, I will promote it. So vote against blue no matter who. Shout out to brother Philip Scott for that. So when it comes to this, it's going to be Black America that decides it. And you know who the other group that's going to decide this election is? Because I'm going to say it one more time for you shillbillies. There's no way around it. White women. That's right. White women are going white women. They're going to show you better than they can tell you. Listen, let me tell you something. I got to talk to you in this voice, so you make sure you understand this. If they didn't support Hillary Clinton, all right, a fellow white woman, okay, with her little leather shoe face ass, If they didn't support her, what makes you think that they gonna support K.A.M.A.L.A just because she's got Doug Funny, a Nickelodeon character, as a husband? What makes you think that's gonna happen? It's not, because see, one thing that I know about white women, you get an education growing up here in the South about white women, you see them in their most pure, raw, unadulterated, unfiltered forms. And let me tell you right now, there's no more vindictive creature on the planet than a white woman, no matter where in the country she's born and raised. And they take it as a personal insult that they put K.A.M.A.L.A, not a white woman, K.A.M.A.L.A as a VP. You know why? Because that means that somebody non-white got closer to the presidency than a white woman has ever gotten. You better study Susan B. Anthony, what she told Frederick Douglass about black people getting the right to vote before white women. You better know your history. White women have not changed, and they are pissed off at white men and the Democratic Party for putting that heifer above them. They're going to vote the orange man. They're going to support him. I'm telling you now, they might be Democrat, but they are very spiteful. And if you don't believe me further, go ask a white woman, a white man, how the white women turns against them when they don't get their way. I'm telling you now. So I'm going to leave that at that. All right. Remember, I said it here first. I'm not panicking about nothing. This woman is going to lose. And then other factors come into it. The percentages that she's going to need to win, she got to have well over 80%. If she don't have 80% of the black vote, if Trump or any of these independent candidates peel off any amount of numbers that make her fall below 80%, it's a wrap. She's done. Okay? Don't argue with me, argue with Mal. All right? But we're not done yet. Oh, we got some straightening to attend to here tonight, because see, family, let's keep it rolling. Let's get into this, right? I want you to listen to this woman, because I want to prep your mind for what we're about to talk about here. Because see, I got to turn their little sacred Hindu bedouin's cow into Hindu burger tonight. I want y'all to listen to this.
The press that is here, to those who are watching, the storm continues to be dangerous and deadly, and lives have been lost, and the risk of flooding still remains high. So I continue to urge everyone to please continue to follow guidance from your local officials. It's just catastrophic.
Now, did you hear this heifer talking about the hurricane? Like, duh, it's a fucking hurricane, you think? Family, I played that for a reason, because this woman wants to be commander-in-chief. She wants to be commander-in-chief. Now, if you are the commander, the leader of anything, and you issuing instructions to the public, you're supposed to issue instructions that are, one, going to be beneficial to the well-being of the public, and you're supposed to instruct them in times of crisis on what they need to do. If that's the best you got, imagine something happening on a geopolitical level. She's talking like that about a natural disaster. Can you imagine? Oh, we're not done yet, because see, we got to set the stage and get all these lies out the way here. Oh yeah, we got to get it straight. Of course, by now everybody has seen this, and this little old goofy tether winch right here with these lies, okay? Because boy, the era of fact checking in real time. You know what FEMA, they telling, Foundation of Black American Freedmen that, if you were the hurricane zones, he'll be a Hurricane and Hurricane Milton, and saluting blessings to our brothers and sisters down there in Florida that are still dealing with the aftermath of that. They telling you that you only get $750. That's if you qualify to get it, because make a certain amount of money, you're not going to be able to get it, okay? Let's fact check some lies real quick, because see, this too is a part of the Biden-Harris administration.
No, Biden did not take FEMA relief money to use on migrants. So FEMA regional administrators have been meeting with city officials on site to coordinate available federal support from FEMA and other federal agencies. Funding is also available through FEMA's emergency food and shelter program to eligible local governments and non-for-profit organizations upon request to support humanitarian relief for migrants.
Now, you heard that, right? Caught in real time with lies. And see, I love this. Salute to the good brother Project Leroy for the cash out. See, I love this because, see, I'm going to say something that I said before. And remember my words on this. I got to give Gen Z props. A lot of these people that's doing this fact checking, it's not just those of us that are Gen Xers and millennials. Gen Z is on it. Let me tell you something, man. If you Gen Z and you listen to this or you in the chat room, salute to you, brothers and sisters. I'm proud of you. I love you to life for this because, see, this is your life that is affecting the most right now. At the time when you're supposed to be in your building phase, getting your legs off from under you, they keep knocking your legs out from under you with these decisions that they're making with this economy, flooding us with these illegal aliens. It is dope to see you, and it's not fair. Let me acknowledge that it is not fair. It is not fair, as life often is not. It is not fair that you in your prime have to be worrying about these affairs. And I will say it. I will totally say it. I'm gonna do something that the boomers rarely ever do. Yes, if Gen X and the millennials, if we had certain things under control and got a lot of this out the way, you wouldn't have to be dealing with it, okay? You wouldn't. I have no problem saying that, okay? We don't have all the answers, but I'm not going to make excuses for the things that we should have come together on Code Across the Nation to do so that you don't have to deal with this. Because, see, the job of any older generation is to lay a path and a legacy ahead for the younger generations, okay? So I just want to acknowledge that. But salute to you if you Gen Z and you out here doing this fact checking, because, see, you're going to be the ones that they fear most in power. And, see, just as pressure creates diamonds, that's what they're doing. They're turning you into intelligent political diamonds. You see these lies in real time, and they're not going to be able to fool you. Y'all are a generation that's about your bag more than any other, and that's exactly how you're supposed to be. They don't understand it. They don't realize it. They don't see them as a threat yet. Just wait. I think they're going to start to get the picture, though, come next month. Oh, trust me, Gen Z going to make their voice very loud next month. Mark my words. Wait, see. I can't wait to see the numbers from the breakdown of the election, especially when K.A.M.A.L.A loses. When she lose, let me tell you something. Them numbers are going to be very important. So I'm going to be checking on that too. Trust me, we're going to revisit that and see what's going to happen is when Gen Z becomes in power and starts getting in these political positions locally, okay, then when they start becoming state representatives, etc., man, you're going to see a big change in this country. Because one thing I've noticed about them, you do them wrong, oh, they're not going to forget it, as they shouldn't. Oh, they're not going to forget it. And that's the right way to be. Don't you ever forget it. When people wrong you like this deliberately, you're supposed to remember. Because, see, before we get into Sugar Pants Lindsey Graham talking about, because, see, I criticize both sides over here, Democrats and the Republicans. Before we get into Sugar Pants Lindsey Graham over here, I want to show you something that falls in line with what I just said, Gen Z and everybody else listening. But I'm particularly talking to them. Let me show you something, right? Back to business. Let me put both of them up here. Hold on. Because there's two things I want to show y'all real quick. See, some things you're not going to get nowhere else unless you come over here, okay? I'm not saying that to brag, okay? We have work to do, and I believe in taking it seriously. On the left-hand side of the screen, and let me know if you can see this very clearly. If not, I shall enhance it where my audience can see it. And yes, Black Truth United, I call Lindsey Graham Sugar Pants because, come on, man, y'all hear how he talk. That man ain't never seen with no women. As far as I know, he don't have no wives or children. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, Sugar Pants, okay? Mint julep Sugar Pants. But we gonna get to him. We gonna get to him. So now, y'all know me, being the ever-present acronym king. Let me give Gen Z some acronyms to throw around that's gonna severely piss off the vote blue no matter who crowd. Y'all remember seeing some of these. Biden, okay? Biden, beyond incompetent, destroying economics nationwide. As you see the title of the broadcast here, Kamala, keeping all migrants above laboring Americans. And of course, last but not least, we got one for the Democrats, demonically evil murderers of children ruining all things sacred. Yes, I came up with those acronyms. They deserve them. They work hard to earn them. And those things should be branded upon their foreheads, because find the lie in anything that I just said. Oh, I told you they weren't going to like this broadcast tonight, y'all. I told you. So now, bit of advice for you, okay? Particularly referencing this towards Gen Z. I want to help you in your fight because we all have our part to play in this. I want you to remember this, Gen Z. The most powerful weapons to an opposing force in warfare is the ability to exploit the stupid, yes, I said stupid, among their adversaries. One great silver lining in this election is it's exposing who the liabilities are in Black America. Separate from them or perish. You better take that second one to heart there, okay? Because see, this is a time of great separation. It is necessary for us to survive as a people. We cannot keep these people amongst us that keep being the equivalent of the trees voting for the axe. These are serious times here. We have the future of Black America riding on this right now. We do. Not just this election, but every decision that we make going forward, okay? Because see, if you doubt that, let me tell you why I'm saying this. You better listen in real time. I want you to listen to what old Sugar Pants Lindsey Graham had to say on Fox News talking to Sean Hannity about the victims of the hurricane victims in his state there. I want y'all to listen to Sugar Pants.
You can thank Donald Trump and Elon Musk for that. You know, I've been going all over South Carolina like most people. I hadn't slept much. But look what's going on in Israel. Our friends in Israel are surrounded by people that want to kill them, destroy them, a second Holocaust in the making. And Biden says be proportional. What is the proportional response to people who want to kill you and your family? Gosh. They're running out of ammunition in Israel. We have to help our friends to keep the war over there from coming here. They're willing to.
Yeah, y'all heard old Sugar Pants, right? Yeah, old Sugar Pants say, damn you hurricane victims in his state. He's worried about helping and keep them armed in Israel, huh? See, I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is with old Sugar Pants. What it is, he got him a little Israeli boo thing. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I did. I'm not mincing any words over here tonight. I told you I get on Republicans and Democrats. You low-life, little fairy dust pants bastard. Instead of worrying about the people in your state that have been devastated by that hurricane, you worrying about something across seas. Let me tell you something. Gen Z, you see that example that I just showed you right there? When your time comes, y'all gonna have to get laws in place that this stuff that they doing now, flooding this country with illegal aliens, giving emergency disaster relief funds to illegal aliens, all that. Y'all need to enact some new treason laws and enforce them and start making examples out of people like Sugar Pants, okay? In both parties, all right? That's what needs to happen because that's treason, man. Let me tell you something. Anybody that's in South Carolina that heard that, and shout out to my good brother, Greg Marcel Dixon, that is the only brother that's up there that's representing the way he's supposed to, and he can't do it by himself. He needs the support of the community, and he's showing other brothers and sisters across the nation how to lead by example when you represent your people, okay? Let me tell you something. What Lindsey Graham just did right there, man, if we was in a society where we could handle things like we want to, man, it should be people going to get him right now. Like, hey, man, come here, bro. Nah, we finna either put you in a prison cell or we gonna deport you and you lose citizenship. Because, see, a lot of people say that my ideas are extreme. No, they're not. No, they're not. They fit exactly what's going on in this country, and you have to punish people and make an example out of them when they betray you like that. I say for anybody like Sugar Pants, Lindsey Graham, or anybody in either party that pull these types of stunts like that and you come out boldly and callously and show that you don't give a damn about your constituents, a part of the punishment should either be two things, either prison, life imprisonment, or if you don't want to do that, okay, we'll just strip you of your American citizenship and kick you up out of here and send you to where you care about people so much, okay? See, that's how I would handle things, all right? That's all right, though. Don't worry. The future is in good hands with Gen Z, trust me, okay? So they don't have to worry about me. That's who they better be worrying about. That they coming, boy. They not playing with y'all. And see, speaking of that, we got to show y'all something real quick, okay? Y'all knew I was going to get on this right here. Oh, yeah. I know you didn't think I was going to let old Barry slide, did you? Nah. Let me play some stuff here because we're going to walk through this. And I'm going to put this little big-eared bastard Tether in his place once and for all because, see, like I said, we got to straighten some things over here tonight, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I want y'all to listen to this bastard.
Is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running.
Let me tell you why you hadn't seen that type of turnout, you treasonous son of a bitch, you. And I said it just like that, and I meant that. And let me tell you something. Let me say this before I get on him. The same way I critique Obama, I get on Michelle Obama the same way. Now you say, well, GBS, why? She ain't a politician. That's his wife. Keyword, that's his wife. You think she married that man for no reason? She thinks just like him, even though she is one of us. People, because see, I'm mentioning this for a reason with Michelle Obama, because I'm going to get on her husband in a minute. I heard a lot of people saying, well, if she was running, I support her. Why? Why would you support her? You hear the way she's talking. She ain't said nothing different than her husband. Name a time that Michelle Obama has mentioned giving reparations to Foundation of Black American Freedmen, or is getting an anti-black hate crime bill. I'll wait. Somebody school me on that. Have you ever heard Michelle Obama mention anything about reparations or an anti-black hate crime bill? And some of y'all, boy, let me tell you, I get why you want to support her because she's of our lineage, but see, you got to start thinking with political maturity and common sense. She's married to this big-eared tether, and she's not up under him for no reason. They think alike, okay? She ain't gonna do no less than what her husband did in office. So would you really want to gamble with that again? Y'all got to get off of this thing about voting for folks just because they look like us or of our lineage. You better make sure that they talk. Look, let me give you the blueprint. I'm gonna say it. The brother's humble, but I'm gonna tell you right now. If they're not talking like Brother Greg Marcel Dixon, what the fuck are you doing supporting them? Yeah, I said it. Now back to Barack Obama. The reason why you don't see that support Obama is clear, because you fooled a lot of people. You fooled a lot of people when you was in office. Everybody running around talking about the first black president. And now we're in the era of delineation. Everybody was talking about wanting to see a black family in the White House. Let me go on record and say something right now, and I can prove this. I was not one of those people. I wasn't one of them people. Let me tell you something about me, man. I don't fall but just because you say something that sounds good, I don't get emotionally tickled to the point where I'm making decisions off emotion. First of all, that's not what a man's supposed to do. We're supposed to make decisions off of logic. Now, do we all have emotions? Yes, we do. It's a part of being a human being. But I didn't vote for that bastard. I didn't vote for Barack Obama the first time, nor the second time. No, I didn't. I'm like, everybody, oh my God, you ain't gonna vote. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Because see, some of us, believe it or not, some of us actually are policy voters, okay? Some of us are like, yeah, that's cool. You look like me. I hear what you're saying. Great, you wear a tan suit. I get it, you articulate. That's great. Your wife, your family, yada, yada, yada. But let me see them policies, partner. See, y'all better understand something. This moniker I have, Great Black Shark, I am the most ruthless, cutthroat businessman you will ever meet. I'm telling you now, I'm fair, but I'm all business. You can't move me. See, look, let me put it to you this way before I finish getting on Barack. I'm the guy that if I'm your friend or if I'm in your social circle, if we talking about doing some business or what have you, and you ask me what I think, I'm going to give it to you whether you like it or not. I'm like, hey, look, let me see that what you're telling me about again. Okay. If you do this in this amount of time, this is what it's going to probably cost you. Are you prepared to deal with that? I'm going to hit you with the facts. Now, whatever you do after that, my conscience is clear. I'm going to tell you. See, I'm the guy that let the hot air out the balloon. I remind people when they get all carried away on flights of fancy and emotionalism, I'm like, all right, let's come back down to earth. Let's come back down to earth where you make your best decisions at. That's me. Okay? So I didn't vote for this son of a bitch. And I never would, never will. Okay? Now, he mentioned this, come out here scolding people. Okay? Talking at somebody. Talking down to us. Let me tell you, Democrat shillbilly, something, particularly the female Democrat shills, okay? Because Barack Obama, he's a nutless prototype of a punk bitch that they want to mold foundational Black American freedmen men into. Yeah, I told you I'm not sugarcoating nothing. That's what they want us to be. So they take that little prototype out and send him out to wag their finger at us. Let me tell you something. Barack Obama don't control us. We don't have any respect for none of us with sense have any respect for him. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you say that, oh my God, he was the first black president. Let me tell you something now. I was one of the few people, not the only, but one of the few that said this, and I hadn't said it in a long time. Let me reiterate it here tonight. The reason why I have no respect for him is not only that he didn't do anything for us for 8 years. Remember what I said about leaving a legacy to younger generations? How you going to leave a legacy to younger generations when a man has the highest office in the land, but he keep telling you he can't do nothing for the people that look like him? Now, you compare and contrast that with Donald Trump when he got in there, whether you like him or not, because this ain't about like. We don't do like over here. You compare and contrast that to Donald Trump. When he got in there, executive orders left and right. He was doing for his people, whether you like him or not, okay? He wasn't trying to hear all that, oh, I can't do this because of Congress. Donald Trump was like, fuck Congress, fuck the Senate. Let's get this done. Now tell me if I'm lying. Now, did he get everything he wanted done? No, but shit, he got in there. He was like, listen, we going. People saw him trying to do what he said he was going to do, okay? For his community in particular. I ain't talking about us. I'm talking about white America. So now with Barack Obama, with his little spineless ass, I'm going to say it again. Why would you tell a child to look up to a powerless symbolism of a puppet? Huh? You in the highest position in the land, and then you talking about what you can't do. That's not nothing for a child to aspire to be like that. That's a disgrace. That's a disgrace. But see, if you think I'm wrong about that, let's let him continue, because I ain't done with him by sight.
Now, I also want to say that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers.
First of all, let's get something straight with that term brothers. You big-headed bastard, you're not my brother, and you're not brother to any of my people. I've told y'all about that term brother when it comes to me. I'm not somebody that just throw it around lightly. It is an earned, honorable title on the same level as man and woman, okay? As black man and black woman. The term brother is a familial term. You call people brother and sisters that have familial attitudes and familiar actions towards you, okay? That's a part of a family. That's one of the members of a family, a brother, okay, a sister, kinfolk. You're not my kinfolk because you didn't show any empathy towards my people for 8 years, and we saw it. You sat here and watched our people get slaughtered in record numbers, and you didn't say anything. And then when you did say something about it, you didn't say anything to the white supremacists and these racists that was murdering us. You wagged your finger at us. And see, when you think back on it and you examine his behavior, we got to go here tonight because shout out to my continental African brothers and sisters and my Caribbean brothers and sisters that's on code. I'm not talking about all of you. I want to be clear because I know where I'm about to go, it's going to sting some people. So again, if you feel some type of way, then some of this might apply to you. If it doesn't, don't apply, let it fly. When you examine Barack Obama's behavior, instead of going at the white supremacists, now you see why we call him a tether, because that's what tethers do. In their homelands, they won't go after the puppet masters that's putting them puppet leaders in place. They fight each other. They fight each other. So now you think about it. I've said this before. You compare somebody like a Barack Obama to what I'm about to tell you now. Imagine if you walking down the street and for whatever reason, some stranger just come out of nowhere and bust you in your mouth hard enough to knock you on your ass. When you get up, you see who did it and everything, but instead of going to deal with that stranger that just knocked you on your ass, you run around the block and hit somebody that didn't have nothing to do with it. You know what kind of a coward you would be to do that? Huh? That's what he is. And that's what tethers do. They won't fight the problem right in front of them because they're afraid of them people and they're trying to earn their acceptance. And see, with Barack Obama's situation, we know his background. He was raised with his white mother's side of the family, so he can't connect to us just like his fellow tether, Kamala Harris, who was raised by an East Indian mother. That's why she's not a black woman culturally. And genetically, she's not a black woman. Well, her father's Jamaican. Jamaicans don't identify as black. And moreover, that Jamaican on paper father of hers is East Indian and Irish. The only thing Jamaican about him is his nationality on paper. That's it. There's nothing culturally or genetically Jamaican about that man. And all you have to do is look at him. And if you've been to Jamaica, you know what I'm talking about. You don't see no Jamaicans running around down there looking like him. Even the lighter skinned Jamaicans don't have them types of features. That's an East Indian man. Think about it. He's still living. Why hasn't he come out and said otherwise? Huh? Oh, yeah, I told you. I'm going to twist the dagger of truth into their ass tonight here. I'm not playing with them, okay? See, I was one of the people. Now you hear a lot of other people starting to say what I'm saying and saying, hey, nope, she's not black. She's East Indian. Because, see, the thing about your brother, and this is not, to denigrate or make fun of anybody or disparage them. My nuts are permanently attached, okay? I don't take them off and put them in a glass at night, okay? There's no special container. They're permanently bonded. So I'm going to say what need to be said. That's what a man does, okay? I'm not going to sit there because they telling us she black and, well, don't say anything because that's going to offend people. I don't give a fuck who it offends if I'm telling the truth. I really don't. Yes, there are constraints on these platforms, but at the same time, man, damn it, I'm going to say what needs to be said in a way that is acceptable to put on these platforms, all right? I'm not going to sit here and go along with something like that. You piss in my face and tell me it's yellow rain. So he's got something in common with his fellow Tether Kamala, okay? So I just wanted to get that clear. Y'all shut them down with that too. He has no right to use the term brother towards us. Now, if he wants to call because he's a half Kenyan, if he wants to call his fellow Kenyan brothers and sisters, that's their business. Other continental Africans, hey, he can do that. Want to call Caribbean people brothers? Go ahead and do that. Don't call my people brothers and sisters if you're not doing anything familiar towards us. You are a damn enemy. And let me say that about that word. Black America, listen to the sound of my voice, especially foundational Black American freedmen men. You better get used to identifying an enemy and treating them accordingly, okay? You can't be fighting a war and then trying to cuddle and coddle your enemies. Well, there's probably reasons they did this. I don't give a damn about that. When you become a threat to me and my people, I'm going to treat you as such. And I'm going to do everything in my power to deter and negate that threat or neutralize it. Let's let it continue.
So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all directly and say that when you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you.
Boy, this tone-deaf, big-eared bastard. Barack, and I'm saying this on behalf of foundational Black American freedmen men with their common sense and wits about them, and our non-LBA brothers and sisters that have common sense about them, but specifically my lineage and the brothers that I represent, okay? No, the choice is not so clear to us. It's not so clear. You know what is clear? The Biden-Harris administration's record towards Black America before and after, you know what I'm saying, they was in office, okay? That's what's clear to us, those records. Joe Biden's record towards the Black community, Kamala Harris's record towards the Black community. That's what's clear to us. Then while they're in office here, the Biden-Harris administration, the 3.5 years, how they've treated us, no anti-Black hate crime bill. What happened to that George Floyd Accountability and Policing Act? You ain't seen no more of that. What happened to that lift all plan they had? You ain't seen no more of that. They're not even trying to help us by proxy. The people that came out and voted for them in record numbers. Now, you shield billies, this is the part where you better pay attention if you still listen over here. I told you, this is going to burn your ears, but I'm doing it for a good reason. If you didn't learn your lesson in 2020 with that, well, we got to get them in there, then hold them accountable. How the fuck is that working out for you? Those of you that's geared to pull that same nonsense again, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results. You went and put their asses in there in 2020 with that stupid shit. I'm going to hold them accountable after I get them in there. You don't have no leverage now. You have leverage before they get in office. And this is why I keep telling you, those of us with sense, if you listen to me, proof of concept policy. You better get used to that phrase, meaning that either politician that come to you seeking your vote, you need to stop them in their tracks. But listen, save your filibustering. What are you doing for my people right now that I can see? And if you're not doing anything, go get started doing something. Then you come talk to me about voting. Then we'll negotiate. This is a business transaction. You understand? Proof of concept policy. That's what they must have before they get any one of our votes, okay? That's the smart way to do things. When you build and use your leverage, and then you say, okay, after you show us in good faith what you intend to do for us, then we can talk about voting and let them know that, hey, just because you did what I needed you to do this time, come next election season, next election cycle, we got to do this again. Don't think that you get any permanent loyalty because, see, that's the mistake our people have made for 60 plus years. Now, dealing with this Tether right here. She grew up like us. No, she didn't. She grew up in Canada in a white neighborhood. She went to college with you. Yeah, you went to college and cosplayed as us. Understanding our struggle, knows us. No, you don't. No, you don't. What she does know is how to flat back her way into opportunities. Shout out downtown lowdown Willie Brown, okay? And let me go in and say this while I'm hitting you with these truth bombs. I told you, I'm gonna make them hate me tonight. For those of you that keep trying to make it a morality issue, neither one of the candidates, the main candidates, are in any good moral standing. See, I've got the balls enough to say that. Trump cheated on his wife with a porn star. K.A.M.A.L.A was sitting there sleeping with a married man. What's the fucking difference? So that's another one y'all got to shoot down when they start trying to hit you with that morality crap about K.A.M.A.L.A. No. You just as dirty as Donald Trump, if not worse, okay? That's where you are. You're not better than him. So I don't want to hear that crap. See, I believe in pulling the rug out from under with all the nonsense. That's why they don't like to talk to me, okay? So now, this whole understands our struggles and our pain crap. Barack, I got a question for you, you big-eared bastard. If that is true, if what you just said is true, she understands so much about our struggle and our pain, why would this cackling, joker-faced bitch get up on national TV and tell people that have survived hurricanes that if you qualify, you get a whole whopping $750? Now, you compare that to the billions that they've been sending to Ukraine, the billions that they've been sending to Israel, these illegal aliens over here getting our tax dollars left and right. But you gonna give survivors of a natural disaster $750? Do that sound like she can relate to a struggle to me, y'all? Does it? Does that sound like she can relate to anybody's struggle? Huh? Talk to me. I want to know. Because, see, that's what they're telling us, right? This is what Barack Obama just said. So now, if somebody can relate to our struggles, would they sound like that? Would they even say that? And then, you know, she put the cackle behind it. The cackle, huh? Yeah. That's what Barack Obama told us. No, man, we ain't going, Barack. You may as well go back under that rock that you crawled out from under, because let me tell you, Democrats, something. We've already shown you that he's persona non grata in our community. Wheeling him out, you ain't talking to Foundation of Black Americans. Now, if you talking to continental Africans and Caribbeans, okay, maybe you are talking to them. But you're not talking to people in my lineage. Barack Obama is a shit stain in Black America. You pulling him out, the spell is over, okay? Nobody that supported him when he was in office, them 8 years, is supporting him now at all. I guess you didn't get the memo, Democrats. Let's let it continue.
Understands the struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences.
They keep talking about joy. Let me tell you why they keep throwing that term around. Because, see, this is what the shillbillies don't have the common sense God gave a damn earthworm to realize, especially after it came out about all them shills that sitting over there doing all this hard work shilling. And K.A.M.A.L.A, the Biden-Harris administration, they giving all the resources and like that campaign ad funding to the white firms. They ain't doing it for you shillbillies. All that trolling for nothing, all in our spaces, or just going hard in the paint for the ski-wee VP. And they won't even flick you a crumb off the damn table. You got to be twice the fool it take to be one. But see, that term joy, you know why they keep using that term? Because, see, this is something that a lot of shillbillies, the Democrat shillbillies, try to indoctrinate you with. They try to talk to you like K.A.M.A.L.A is having the same issues at her kitchen table that you are. Those of you listen to the sound of my voice, that's what they try to tell you. She's a multi-millionaire. The same with Barack Obama. She can't relate to a damn thing that the average American person goes through. They keep talking about Trump's a billionaire. Oh, and this bitch ain't rich? Huh? Lord knows she done flat back the way to the top enough to be. Huh? So no, yeah, they can say joy about them. They're happy. They don't know nothing about being in no hurricane zone and having to rebuild from any type of damage. They don't know nothing about that. Because, see, look, watch this. Remember when that Texas winter freeze happened? Remember old Senator Ted Cruz? What did he do? Now, he's supposed to stay there and be working on the problem. Man, Ted Cruz said, man, the hell with this. He got his family, loaded them up, and they went down to good old warm Mexico. And the hell with you motherfuckers. That's what they did. So I said that to say this. All politicians are the same way. These people have vast resources at their disposal. Really, they are resources. And if they see any type of danger coming, oh, they gone. They'll be like, okay, hey, y'all work that out. Well, I hope it gets better for you. And they're going to leave. They're not thinking about none of us at all. So that's why they can afford to use the term joy when there's nothing to be joyful about. Americans are suffering in this country. But see, this big-eared bastard right here don't know nothing about that. Let's let it continue.
Said to work harder and do more and overcome and achieves the second highest office.
Boy, let me deal with that last bit of what he said, this whole about working hard. Let me tell you something. My lineage, foundational Black American freedmen, we've worked hard enough. We worked hard enough. We've worked hard enough. Don't come to my people telling us about working hard. We know all about that. Fact of business, I'm going to go on record and say this. You listen to the sound of my voice and you're a young foundational Black American freedman. You take every opportunity to figure out how to work smarter than work harder. You understand me? That's what was taught to me in my youth. And I'm telling you, working hard is good to do it when you have to. But when you can get around working hard and work smarter and get the same quality of work done, the same amount of work done, that's what you choose all the time. Let me tell you something right now, and this is something I want all Black Americans, no matter your age, to get comfortable with this saying right here. Because, see, I've spoken on this many times before. You got to understand that one of the holdovers of conditioning from the plantation is that John Henry effect, okay? You remember the fable, John Henry, okay? Running and racing the locomotive, he beat the locomotive, but what happened in the end, he had a heart attack and died. That's what they want to inflict upon us and condition us to think if we ain't working hard every minute of our lives, oh, you lazy. The people that didn't even jump off the American Revolution got the nerve to call us lazy. Let me tell you something, man. Our ancestors have worked hard enough for any of us. As long as you earning a decent, honest living, you don't have to work hard if you don't want to. You damn right, I said that. You get used to that. This whole thing where if this is an athlete or entertainer, you should be grateful for what you have. Motherfucker, you don't tell me what I'm supposed to be grateful for. Only the Most High does that. See, we got to start training these people and putting them in their places. Now is the time. You understand? Now is the time. You don't let nobody dictate terms to you about how hard you're supposed to work. As long as you're taking care of your family, your responsibility, damn all that. Yes, there are times when working hard is a good thing. Everybody should know how to do it. If you don't have to, you don't need to. They see that they want them. This is what most of the white supremacists and these white supremacist adjacent bastards want for Black America. They want to sit back and watch you grind your fingers into the bone and just live barely keeping your head above water while they having their heaven right here on earth. That's for them. It's not for you. Okay. They're supposed to step on your back and you're supposed to keep them lifted up while all you do is just look up and be like, oh, I wish I could get up there. Oh, no, that day is gone. That's not ever going to happen anymore if I have any damn thing to say about it. Oh, that is over. That is over. So I want to make that unequivocally clear to my people. Cast aside that whole notion that you're supposed to work hard all your damn life and not enjoy the fruits of your labor, okay? You're not just living to work, you working to live, okay? You're supposed to enjoy what you work hard for. So that's one thing I want to get this out of mind. Barack talking about working hard, wagging his finger at us. See, this is why we don't respect that big-eared bastard. So they may as well put him back in the box that they unpacked him from, because he's not going to change anything. If anything, I take that back. He is going to change something. Let me get a swig of this water. Oh, yeah, I told you we're going to cook tonight. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, good old H2O. Make sure you drink your water, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you something. I take it back. He is going to change something. When you talk to Black American men, foundational Black American freedmen men, the way you talking to us, let me tell you what you encouraging in us. You encouraging the spirit of spite. Because now we're going to have to show you better than we can tell you. Because, see, we should have trained these disrespectful bastards a long time ago with this. But, see, the thing about it, a lot of Black men for the longest time have just put our heads down like, well, you know, that's just the way it is, that they all talk like that. We've accepted too much disrespect. That era is over. Let me tell you something. You got a brand new day coming today if you disrespect the men of my lineage. Those of us that still have our nuts attached, okay? Now, if it's the polarized crowd, hey, they'll go along with whatever you want. Brothers like myself, the alpha male class, the sigma male class, those two categories in particular, hey, bro, we ain't going. And let me go ahead and get black men comfortable with something else. The whole, they're going to blame us for the election. Good. Because that's a part of us training them that when you disrespect us, there's a penalty to pay for it. I'll be damned if you're going to disrespect me and get me to come and help you or and support you on anything. No, you got to be put in your place. Back to business. I'm going to tell you, when you're dealing with somebody like me, if you disrespect me, I don't want to just get even. I got to teach you a lesson. You got to suffer for a minute. You need to be taught that that idea that you just had, don't ever bring that back my way. That's when you respect yourself like you're supposed to as a man, okay? So yeah, that's what I want my people to get comfortable with, because see, we're not done. Oh no, we are not done. We are not done. Got to address something else here, okay? Yes. And let me go ahead and say this on record. Yes, I know that the sister Nina Turner was running for office and she didn't win. So now that's probably one of the main motivations why she's speaking. But nonetheless, she is speaking. But I got to handle some things with this, because see, here's a tweet by Sister Nina Turner. She says, "Black men, you are seen, loved, and valued." Okay, Sister Nina, I appreciate that you see, love, and value us, okay? If there's any real sentiment behind it, it may be. I'm not here to debate that. This is what I am here to say, though. And I want the men to listen to me, my fellow men of my lineage, foundational Black American freedmen men. It's good that she said that. But right now, this is where we need to stand as men on the world, on the nation stage and the world stage, to be honest with you. If you're going to see us, you're going to respect us. Loving us, we don't give a damn about whether you love us or not. And I'm not directing this towards Nina Turner. I'm talking about the Democrat Party and these politicians. Love don't have to come into it. Light don't have to come into it. But you're going to respect us. Now, once you get that respect factor locked in, that's when you really have value as a man, okay? See, for men, the reason why respect is so important to us, that's where our value lies, is in our respect. You take away a man's respect, he has no value in society anymore. You understand? So I appreciate her sentiments, but I just want to make sure that the men understand what we need to be seeing, because see, I appreciate every sister, even those of you in the chat room that will speak up for foundational Black American freedmen men. Some of you are married to them. Some of them are your sons. Some of them are your nephews. Some of them are your cousins. Some of them are your brothers. Okay. I appreciate you. Some of them are your uncles, grandfathers. I appreciate you. However, when it comes to us standing up for us, the loudest voices must be from the men, okay? I'm saying this for a reason. Again, I love my sisters that defend us. I do. But we can't just sit there and let them do all the talking. No, we need to put the hammer down, like, listen, motherfucker, this is the way it's going to be, all right? This is the rule that you violated. Here's the penalty for it. Case closed, no further discussion. You understand? That's how that's supposed to go. We're going to get into something that the sister Nina Turner said, though, because, see, she's spot on with what she's saying here. Let's get into it.
This other issue I want to bring up is a problem, too. Why are Black men being lectured to? Why are Black men being belittled in ways that no other voting group? Now, a lot of love for former President Obama, but for him to single out Black men is wrong. And some of the Black men that I have talked to have their reasons why they want to vote a different way. And even if some of us may not like that, we have to respect it. So unless President Barack Obama is going to go out and lecture.
Now, let me pause this right here. The sister Nina Turner is right. But see, let me take this back a second, because I want y'all to look at something. Look at the face of that white woman, boy, when she said that, and Abby Phillips, and y'all know, I look, because I got something else I got to deal with that's going to break my heart to do it, but I got to show y'all. Y'all know, I think Abby Phillips is gorgeous for a sister on network television. However, being the sigma male man that I am, just because I think you attractive, that doesn't mean that I'm going to support you when you're wrong. And Abby Phillips, sister, you wrong in this. Look at how this white woman is looking at Nina Turner though, like, you uppity black bitch. Tell me if that's not what's on her face. That's exactly what she look. Look how she got her little beady eyes cut towards her. See, you remember what I told you about white women in the earlier part of this broadcast? They are the most vindictive creatures on the planet. Tell me if you don't see that in her face. You don't know your place. How dare you say this? Huh? And see, let's be clear. That little wrinkled up face, alabastrous right there, the only reason she going along with that is because they gave her a big enough bag, because she feel the same way as all the other white women that they don't want to see a non-white woman in the vice presidential spot before a white woman. But see, if you give them a big enough bag, they'll sell everybody out, okay? So that's why she's going along with that, to answer anybody's question that might be wondering that. But see, I'm going to play the rest of this. I want y'all to pay attention to how they're looking at this sister here for making this statement, because she's not wrong. The only thing that I want to see, but they ain't going to never let this happen on network television. So this is why I will give the sister Nina Turner props, because they're not going to let black men that sound like me, even if we don't curse, they ain't going to let black men that sound like Brother Tariq, Brother Philip Scott, Professor Black Truth, Jason Black, whoever you want to name, Tarian Rain, Afro Elite, Black Alpha Network, the sister ZZ, they ain't gonna let foundational Black American freedmen, especially the men, get on there and talk like that for ourselves in a professional, cordial manner even. They don't want to hear that. Imagine if Sister Nina Turner was a black man of our lineage saying that. Or they'll be interrupting him, cutting him off, telling him all how much he don't know. You need to take a civics class. Oh, but they love that line. Some of us were masters of civics. You ain't nothing you can explain to me or nobody else about no damn civics. It ain't about civics. It's about common damn sense and not repeating the same mistakes that are detrimental to the community over and over again. Only a jackass does that. This is the time of manhood and leadership, and that's exactly what we're going to lead the way on. So again, I want y'all to listen to what the rest of this sister is going to say here and pay attention to how they're looking at her now. Let's let it continue.
Every other group of men from other identity groups, my message for Democrats is don't bring it here to black men who, by and large, don't vote much differently from black women. And what, as a politician,
y'all see the little white dude rolling his eyes at the sister? Y'all seen that?
We should be trying to get all voters to vote. And hopefully there are a few good men out there who do care about the stripping away of some of women's bodily autonomy. But this is wrong for President Obama. It is a wrong course for the Harris-Walz campaign to lay at the feet of black men when they have their reasons. In 2020, the vice president was labeled a cop, as we know.
But do you think, sorry to interrupt you, Nina, but do you think he's right that one of the reasons is because they don't like the idea of a woman?
It might be some listen, black men are socialized in the same society as any other man. So yes, is misogyny maybe a part of it? But again, is President Obama and is the Harris-Walz campaign going to lecture other male groups in the same way?
Let me pause this right here before the sister finishes her statement in the next few seconds. Let me answer that question. I'm going to shock some people tonight. Let me get another swig of this water. Oh, yeah, I'm going to tell the truth that need to be told. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Let me answer that question. Because, see, I don't back away from answering questions like this. Abby Phillips, baby, as gorgeous as you are, batting them little eyes up there. You know what I'm saying? Boy, look at this alabastrous on his left side. Boy, they look like they wanted to attack this sister, to be honest with you. But see, Abby, let me talk to you and all the other shillbillies, okay? You asked if Barack Obama is right because some black men wouldn't want to vote for K.A.M.A.L.A because she's a woman, okay? And I'm not calling her Kamala. I call her Kamala, K.A.M.A.L.A, that shoe-faced, flat-backing bitch, whatever the fuck I want to call her, okay? So I don't, anybody, you call her out her name. You damn right. Keep fucking with me. I'll call her a lot more than that. So let's get that out the way. Now, let me say this. You have some brothers that are the even keel mindset that say, no, I'm not voting for her because, one, her record towards the black community. Then if you are going to put gender into it, we'll vote for a woman, but not this one. This fucking cackling dingbat that can't read a damn, when a teleprompter go out, she's stuttering and stumbling all over the place. No. So there are some even keel men that'll say, no, we don't want that woman in position. Now, let's deal with the term misogyny. throwing the term misogyny, because words actually do have meanings. They really do. I know in today in American society, we live in a world or in a country where they tell you that a word can just mean anything you want it to mean. I'm sorry, that's not reality. The term misogyny is thrown at men just because a man doesn't agree with what a woman says today, unfortunately, okay? And that's really all races men deal with that, but I'm talking about Black America, okay? Because that's who they're talking about here. Throwing the term misogyny at a man just because he don't agree with you, that's not what that word means, okay? A misogynist hates women, period, okay? A misogynist actually tries to harm women. If I disagree with you on something as a man, that doesn't mean I hate you. I disagree with you. Furthermore, I don't give a damn if you don't like that, because if I see that something is clearly wrong, as a man, that's my job to say so, not to just cower down because your feelings are going to get hurt because you're going to get mad. Let me tell you something right now. You're a foundational Black American free man. Listen to me on the sound of my voice. You can't protect your woman if you bow down every time that she get mad. It's going to be times when she's going to be pissed off at you. Okay, female family members. But damn it, if you know that you acting in their best interest and what's right, that's what you're supposed to stand on. They'll get over being mad later, and some of them, it'll kill them to do it. Even in private, they'll come and admit, you know what, I was wrong about that. Now, if they do, there's a gracious way to handle that. Don't ridicule them. Don't pick fun at them. You just explain to them that, listen, I understand, because you operate in the realm of emotions. And the worst decisions are made by men and women when you rely on emotions only. The best decisions made in your lifetime will be made from a position of logic and thought, not emotions and feelings, okay? Huh? Watch this. For anybody that disagree with what I just said, I'm going to prove it to you. I'm finna turn everybody in this chat room right now, listening to this broadcast. I'm going to turn all of you, every one of you, I'm going to turn you into multi-millionaires, okay? Oh, you got deep pockets. Oh, yes. So now, how many of you would gamble your well-earned fortune there that I just bestowed upon you in a casino on a feeling? I'm talking about not bet some of it. Let's just say you had $100 million, okay? Each and every one of you in this chat room. How many of you would go to a casino and bet that whole $100 million just because you had a feeling, huh? Come on. Anybody in my chat room would go do that? All of it. I'm telling you, on bet the farm. Knowing that there's a chance you could lose every damn thing. Hell, let's sweeten the pot. Let's just go ahead and throw the deed to your house and your land in there. Hell, let's just throw your firstborn in there. Come on now. Yeah, now you see how silly that is when I just said that? I'm being facetious for a reason, because unfortunately you have a segment of people, not just women, a segment of people in our community, they believe in doing what I just said there in other situations. They bet the whole farm. Now you say, well, GBS, how can you prove that? Oh, I'm finna thread a needle. This is gonna hurt for the shillbillies anyway. Anybody think that what I just said is so far out there and I was just being facetious? What you think happened during the 2020 election with the Vote Blue No Matter Who crowd? Did they or did they not bet the whole farm on the Biden-Harris administration and crapped out? Ooh, don't it hurt when somebody make it make sense? Oh, don't it hurt when somebody make it make sense? Tell me that the 2020 election was not the equivalent of the analogy I just gave you of somebody betting the farm in the casino and crapping out. Huh? I rest my case.
That the election
This is not.
Now, you see how they was coming at the sister Nina Turner there? Oh boy, they was just all over that sister, getting on her case. Boy, talking about, was Barack Obama right? No. Barack Obama's not right because, for one, you don't have the right to talk at my people. You don't. You don't have the right to talk at my people. You don't. Because, see, we got to deal with something. While we talking about that whole sentiment about, well, what if he was right? First of all, the question I would have asked Miss Abby Phillips, I'd be like, okay, well, you tell me, what did Barack Obama do? And what has the Biden-Harris administration done? Not your feelings, not voting for the first woman president, none of that. We talking policy towards Black America. Can you show me policy, Miss Abby Phillips, that has shown that they've earned the right to receive our votes, no matter whether it was a woman or a man in office. Show me that. See, you have to take the emotionalism out of it and put truth right back in their faces. That's what you have to do. You have to let them know that we are grown people. We're not children. You can't jingle some keys in front of us and we laugh like little babies. Because you know Kamala, she'll bust out laughing by anything. Let's read this, because this came from X also. Here's that same line of thought. This is how you know this is a talking point being handed down when all of them saying the same things over and over. Many of us have told you that in New Black Media. Let's read this. Allison Wiltz says this. Did Obama talk down to black men, or did he simply point out that some of the resistance to Kamala, and I said it that way for a reason, Kamala Harris, is because she's a woman? Does it describe all resistance to Kamala Harris? No. But to claim that none of the resistance has anything to do with her gender is lunacy. Oh, really? See, I'm showing you where this is coming from. I want y'all to look at this. We're going over this for a reason. Oh, yeah. Instead of saying that's not my reason for opposing her, folks are acting like his main point that some are unwilling to support a woman candidate is invalid. And it's not. Racism and sexism impact attitudes towards political candidates, not just one or the other. Okay, let's deal with that. Yes, some people might have that sentiment towards her, but it's not the overwhelming majority. The overwhelming majority of us are saying, hey, man, look at her record before she became the vice president towards Black America, her and Joe Biden, and look at what has happened to us in these 3.5 years under them as president and vice president. That's what the greater majority of people are talking about. But see, let's dive deep into this, because see, here's where this insanity comes in at. Family, have you ever seen or heard a race soldier tell a woman that he was roughing up in Black America that I'm doing this because you're a woman? Or it's usually the prevailing sentiment is because you're black. Huh? See, that goes back to that Tamika Mallory. Oh, sexism is a bigger problem than racism. Really? Last time I checked, they're not killing people based on gender. They're killing us based on race. That's what they're doing in Black America. And we the only group that they're doing that to. Yeah, I'm going there. Oh, I'm going there. See, I ain't done yet. Oh, no, we got some other things to show you, because I want y'all to check this out. So now a brother comes here. He says, and I like that brother's name, Concerned Black Father. He says, no, it has to do with policy for our community. Now, level-headed answer. But of course, he's a black man, so you can't just accept his answer. Always immediately got to be some pushback on that. The same Allison Wiltz comes back down here and says, so because your opposition is rooted in policy, you're suggesting that zero men oppose her because of her gender. Be serious. Let me talk to men about this little gaslighting / straw man argument tactic. Become the kind of man that when somebody try that with you, conversation over. Conversation over. Let me tell you why. Take a page from a Sigma Mills book. I want you to listen to me. One of the traits about my archetype of manhood is when you start this with us, straw man arguments, saying things that we didn't say or nothing, because that brother didn't say that. All he said was, no, it has to do with policy for our community. Then you start trying to gaslight him saying that he said zero men. Did he say that? So she's talking about be serious. No, she's the joke in the situation. And remember what I taught you all about time. It's the most precious, non-renewable asset that any of us have. Do not let anybody waste your time. Know and recognize when you're arguing with an idiot. That's what these Democrat shillbillies are, okay? Any shillbilly, whether they're Republican or Democrat, don't argue with no idiot. You've got better things to do, black man and black woman, with your time than argue with a damn idiot. It's so much more that you can do with that, because, see, I'm going to tell you like the old folks used to tell you. You get to arguing with a fool, and two people passing by, they can't tell which one of you the fool and which one not. Both of you look like fools. So don't argue with these people when they get doing that, because this conversation is in bad faith. We're not done. I want to show y'all something else. Oh, yeah. So now, you got some sisters in their right frame of mind. Listen to this. Amisha Cross, she says, blaming black men for them losses, Democrat losses, and Trump's unyielding competitiveness is wrong. White women broke for MAGA. Yes, they did. Blame where blame lies. Or they don't want to have that conversation. Black men don't need lecturing or scapegoating, not even from Obama. White women gave it to Trump in 2016 and are poised to do it in 2024. Mark my words, she's right. I was the one. Remember, when this goes down and them numbers come in, you be like, damn it, GBS, you said that the white women was going to white women. Mark my words on this. I'm telling you now. I'm standing on that. Let's go further, because you got some sisters over here that's in their right frame of mind. Watch this. Sister right here. White women elected Trump, not black men. If Obama got smoke for anybody, it should be his mama's people. But I bet you he won't talk to them like that, though. Ooh, man. Ooh, boy, see, hey. They don't want to hear that kind of talk right there. They really don't. They do not want to hear that kind of talk right there coming from the sisters, especially because, see, everything that them sisters were saying at the end there, hey, man, these are things you don't hear the shield billies talking about. Oh, they know they better not talk about that. Oh, they know they better not talk about that. But see, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. I told you, this is straightening broadcast over tonight. We got a lot more to cover. We're going to get into it now.
Remember his number? 32. Today we got 32 days until the election. So 32 days.
Family, if anybody is arguing with me that this is not a blithering idiot sitting up here running for the spot of vice or president of the United States, this should be proof of all the other things I've shown you. Because, you know, I've been on this heifer's neck like Dracula, okay, with nothing but the truth. One thing they can't say is that I made up anything on this heifer. Oh, no. I don't care. You won't call her Kamala. You damn right I won't. I don't respect this bitch at all because she don't respect my community. If this, nothing else prove to you that this isn't a blithering idiot, this moment here when that teleprompter went out, study this fool's face. This is the face of, uh-oh, my script is gone? Oh, my God. They know I don't have nothing but a little acorn rattling around up here in my damn head. That's that look on her face. You understand me? That's the old I'm a shit creek with not a paddle in sight look. Yes, it is. Family, let me tell y'all something, man. When I talk to you on this microphone, I don't have a script in front of me. I don't. If you ever see me public engaged speaking, I'm one of the people that unless somebody said, hey, mention XYZ, chances are you can tell me and I'll remember it. I don't need notes to talk to you. You know why? Because when you're genuine, unless you're going over specific figures and it's a lot of numbers that you need to get accurate, you shouldn't need notes to talk to the people. If what you're saying is what you really believe in, it's inside you. It's in you, okay? You don't need a teleprompter. You don't need no speech. You know, you can come out there and just kick it out straight off the dome. You can. This right here, this is a fake, a fraud, and a phony. She's been that her whole damn life. This was a perfect example of it. Don't believe me, though. I'm going to let it continue because, you know, hey, black men don't know nothing, though. Well, I'm sorry. The truth and the tape don't lie.
32 days. Okay, we got some business to do. All right. 32 days. And we know we will do it.
I'm sorry I got to laugh. I'm so sorry. Woo! Look at this look on her face. You can't tell me nothing, boy. I bet you she got a hell of an alcohol collection at her house. This woman look like she live in a bottle. Because I believe the hell would be drunk most of the time and probably high too. I do believe that. All that cackling, that's that alcoholic cackle. Can you imagine if you seen her pissy drunk somewhere? Boy, I bet she was a riot in college. Hey, man, what need to happen is everybody that went to college with her practicing her thought of karate need to come out and just go ahead and tell what it is. Like, boy, you give her a couple of shots, boy, and that mouth do awesome things. I bet it did. I'm just saying, man. But listen, dude, you hear this woman? 32 days. 32 days. And we will do it. See, if she had anything genuine to say from the heart about what she wanted to do to take the country in a better direction than they have for the last 3.5 years, she wouldn't need the teleprompter. She would have just kicked into, okay, hey, let me just go ahead and talk about what I really want to do for the people, huh? She'd be like, hey, listen, I see where the economy is. We're not going to make no excuses about it, but we're going to get this thing back on track. Hey, listen, previous, the previous years of this administration, if you elect me, we're going to stop this illegal immigration that we started. See, she tried taking responsibility because they did start it. This wasn't going on before them. Trump had to stay in Mexico policy. They got in there and said, the hell with that. She would have said, hey, we're going to stop the illegal immigration. We're going to focus on getting more Americans jobs that they need, okay? We're going to make sure we look out for these hurricane disaster victims. And you wouldn't be talking about giving people $750. See, if she really cared about America's future, she wouldn't have got stuck like that. And we will do it. Somebody shouldn't be like, we will do what? What we going to do, Commandment? What we going to do? Let me tell you something, man. I want y'all to do me a favor. Oh, y'all laughing. You ain't seen nothing yet. Let me tell you what I want y'all to do. You see this face right here? Let me take my banner down because I want y'all to save this. You're going to need this. Do me a favor. Take your phone out right now. If you listen to this on the phone, I want you to screenshot this particular shot right here. You know why? Because this is the face of the ultimate bullshitter. And when somebody starts bullshitting, you text them this picture right here. Tell me that's not the face of the world's greatest bullshitter right here. Huh? I told you, man, I'm not done by sight. I give y'all a couple seconds. You might want to say, because look, you know I'm going to make a meme out of it. I'm just giving y'all the chance to beat me to it. Okay? The world's greatest bullshitter. That's what they should have a picture of in the dictionary. The word bullshit should have her face right next to it in the dictionary. Let's let it continue.
And this is going to be a very tight race until the very end. This is going to be a very tight race until the very end. We are the underdog, and we know we have some hard work ahead.
How you the underdog, bitch, when you in office now? Your opponent that's not in office is the underdog. See what I'm saying, boy? That boy. You know what I believe happened, y'all? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell you what I honestly believe happened. I believe they dropped her on her little lopsided shaped head when she was born. I think that's what happened. Because see, think about it. You don't just become that goofy overnight. No, you can't. There's no way that you become that goofy overnight. This had to go back to childhood, okay? Something happened. She fell out the jungle gym or something. Look, she might have been a normal kid at one point, okay? This is the pre-cackle years, okay? That's what we're gonna call it. See, that's when you talk about K.A.M.A.L.A. You have to define her by the cackle years and the pre-cackle years, if they ever existed, okay? Pre-cackle years, probably a normal little East Indian girl, okay? Messed around and got out on that playground one day, boy, and Zig when she should have zagged and tumbled off them down the jungle gym and bumped that big ass head. And boy, let me tell you, when she got up, I bet you then her parents like, oh my God, this little motherfucker is gonna be crazy. Look, I'm just saying, if you can ever find her real family members and hear them talk about her, because you know she like to fabricate stuff. If you can ever find her real family members, they're probably like, yeah, you know, I'm sorry, y'all got to deal with this. She did actually fall off the jungle gym when she was a kid. And she ain't been right in the head ever since. And then when she discovered alcohol, it just really went to hell there. I mean, I'm just saying, there's probably a story to that, all right? But see, we got to deal with some more business over here tonight because, see, not only did Barack Obama come out here wagging his finger at Foundation of Black American Freedmen Men, Irvin Magic Johnson. I guess they thought he was a real magician because they wheeled his ass out. Now, I'm not going to say nothing about his son. Ain't got nothing to do with what his son got going on him. Okay, now some people may. I'm not going to go here tonight. I'm going to deal with this disrespectful bullshit that he just said because I'm going to tell you what my real issue is. So I'm going to let him get some of this out of his mouth. And then I'm going to get some straightening with this.
We got to rally people, talk to them. Now, there's a lot of black men in here, and I don't mean to, not talk to other people, but this is important. Our black men, we got to get them out to vote. That's number one.
Okay, Irvin Magic Johnson, sir, you say you got to get black men out to vote. First, what I don't like about that, especially somebody directed that type of language towards me, you don't get me out to do a damn thing that I haven't made up my mind I'm gonna do. Now, what you can do You can come and talk to me and try to persuade me to do that. That you can do. And when you come and you're going to persuade somebody like me that's business oriented, you better have some policies in hand when it comes to this voting, because I've told you, I only view it as a business transaction for my people in my community. That's how I see it. So I'm saying this because, brothers, we're going to have to train them about this type of language towards us. We're going to have to get it to the point where even those like from our lineage, and definitely those outside of our lineage, and damn sure the white supremacists, we're going to have to train these people. You're going to address us like we're grown men, and you're going to address us with respect. You don't get me out to do nothing, okay? You come talk to me and see if you can persuade me to do it. That's what you can do. So that's the first thing. I ain't done yet, though. I ain't done yet.
Kamala's opponent promised a lot of things last time to the black community that he did not deliver on.
Now, see, this is another reason why we don't respect these shillbilly celebrities and athletes. They come out here because, one, I'm going to say this. I don't care who get offended. Notice that the celebrities that they pull out to speak are dumb as a box of damn rocks. What the fuck did Donald Trump promise the black community? See, that's one thing I will respect about the orange man. He don't make a bunch of false promises and lie. What the fuck did he promise us? Somebody run down the list of what he promised us. Please speak, because I want to know. Because I went through the Trump era presidency just like all of you. We survived it. I don't remember him making specific promises to black America. I don't. What are these promises they talking about? See, let me tell you what you do if a shillbilly comes in your face talking like this and you decide to lower yourself to talk to these dumb bastards. Ask them to say, okay, don't just tell me that talking point. When you say that, you better tell me what you saying that this person promised, huh? Make them prove what they're saying. Don't just let them get away with just throwing some bullshit out there and then just change the subject a whole bunch of times. Because that's what they send them out here to do. What promises did Donald Trump make us? I'm trying to remember. I'm looking at my chat room because I want to be enlightened about this. What promises did he make us? Talk to me. Because I don't remember any. I'm looking. Can somebody tell me what these promises were? Now, I will tell you this. Whether you like them or not, he did give those HBCUs when all of them, y'all remember the famous picture, all them HBCU presidents all up there at the White House. He gave them more funding than Joe Biden cut it when he got in office. Even though the First Step Act was indirect, it did get black people out of prison. You know, black men in particular are the most exonerated because we're the most likely to be wrongfully convicted. Okay. So that did indirectly help us. So now I said this to compare and contrast. Show me the policies in the Biden-Harris administration for these 3.5 years that have indirectly helped us in any way. Because we damn sure hadn't gotten any to directly help us. None. Anybody say that is a bold-faced lie. All they can do is talk about things like infrastructure, something that benefit everybody. What has black America gotten from the Biden-Harris administration in 3.5 years to directly benefit us? See, let's talk turkey, huh? That's what I want to know. So when you send these shillbillies out here, Democrats, and they just hit the little talking points, they lying, they're not proving anything. Let me tell you what I see. Now, you all can make up your own mind. I'm going to tell you what I see when I look at a Magic Johnson or anybody that's shillbilly, man or woman. When they start talking and you start lying, I look at you as you on the level of a child now. Because that's what a little child does when they get in trouble. They start lying. So I can't respect you as a grown adult. I don't take you serious. You want my respect? Don't come to me with no lies. So let it continue.
And we got to make sure we help black men understand that. So that's why I'm here.
See, this is why I say we're going to have to train these disrespectful black bastards right here. We're going to have to train them. We got to help black men understand that. As if we don't read policies, as if we're not keeping up with these people political records, as if we don't see what's going on in our particular communities, no matter where we are in these 50 or 51s for some people, states of the United States of America here, as if we don't see any of that. See, that falls right in line with that. You need to take a civics class bullshit. They act like we can't see what's going on in this economy right now. They act like we can't see the situation with these illegal aliens being splurged on. Boy, they just making it rain on illegal aliens with our tax dollars. They act like we can't see that. You talking to us as if we some little mindless puppet. We got to help them understand that. That's how you talk to a child. See, I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. I'm going to say this, and don't speak for me, nobody else. You come talking to me like that, I'm probably going to put hands on you, man. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Don't come to me talking like that. I don't play them kinds of games. That'll get you dealt with. You come in my face playing like that. You address me, and you in my face, you better talk to me like I'm a grown-ass man. That's the only way you're going to be able to address me, or else it behoove you not to say nothing to me. It's an insult. It's a personal insult at this point, the way they just, look at how they, look, they don't talk to or at or about no other group of men other than us like that. You notice that? You notice that in the Asian community, East Indian, Arab, Hispanic, white community definitely. No group of their men, people talk to their men like that. They don't. And I'm here to tell Foundation of Black American Freedom, man, we're going to put a stop to this bullshit. They're not going to keep addressing us this way. We're going to have to set consequences for that. Online and offline. You understand me? That's going to come to a stern end. The time is over for that bullshit. Talking to us like we kids and children. Disrespectful bastards. Let it continue.
Make sure I help black men understand. First, get out and vote, and then vote for the next president of the United States, Kamala Harris.
Did you hear what he just said? First, help black men understand to get out and vote for the next president of the United States, Kamala Harris. He didn't mention nothing about no damn policy with that stupid look on his fucking face. Just vote for the sake of voting, huh? You're not informed about anything? See, this is the thing. It would be one thing if they brought somebody up there articulate enough to talk about policies, even if they just pulled something out their ass and said, hey, look, this is one of the policy reasons why you need to vote for this administration to continue this work that they've been doing. They can't say that, though. You know why they can't say that? Even if they had an articulate person up there that was politically educated, instead of this airhead right here, they can't say that because they hadn't been doing any damn thing for Black America. That's why they can't say anything. That's why they can't say anything. Boy, the nerve of these people, boy, to get your booty to the polls ass, vax that thing up. All these disrespect. Joe Biden, if you don't know you vote for me or Trump, you ain't black. All that little bullshit we've been letting slide. No, brothers, I'm going to tell you, we're going to have to lead the charge on that. It's going to have to be serious consequences. We are going to have to be vehemently hostile towards them when they come talking to us. First thing we need to let them understand is, hey, listen, if you're not going to talk to our people with respect, wherever you are addressing us in this country, you don't have nothing to say to us, and you're damn sure not going to ask me for nothing. In fact, the business, the more you disrespect me, the more I'm going to politically punish you. See, we got to start adding a disrespect tax, black men. You understand? Foundational Black American Freedmen men, we are going to have to start enacting a disrespect tax. You hear me? I'm probably one of the only people that's going to say it like that. It's going to have to be a tax for that disrespect. It can't be, oh, well, see, we stopped doing that. We cool now? Hell no. No, we got to teach you a lesson. We got to make sure this hurt. Nah, we got to throw some sand to y'all for that. You got to feel this for the next few election cycles. And then when we look at you and we see that you done got your mind right, in other words, let me just go ahead and stop sugarcoating it in any kind of way. We have to politically break these disrespectful bastards. You understand me? When you break something, I'm talking about break it and stand over it and then kneel down and whisper to their ass, I did this to you. I did it. You see this condition that you in right now where you can barely crawl? I'm responsible for that. I did it. That's why I say let them blame us. Bring it on, damn it. Please blame me. I want you to blame us. I'm ready for it. Because you're going to have to be trained that you don't play with Foundational Black American Freedmen men or Black America as a whole. So let it continue.
A presidential song for anyone. One Nation Under a Groove by Funkadelic. One nation under a groove. Getting down just for the funk of it. Can I get it on the... Wow.
Oh, rhythmless ass. Yeah, I played that at the end of it because I want you to understand that these people think that it's a game with it. They think it's a joke. Especially the cackling wannabe commander-in-chief. They're the cackler-in-chief. Everything's a big fucking joke. See, let me tell you something, man. Anybody in their right frame of mind would not want that woman to represent America as the leader of this country. Everything's a big fucking joke. An airhead that don't have a thought in between her ears unless she got a teleprompter. What if you're in a situation where you don't have access to one? What if you're in a situation where you do have one and it permanently goes out and you got to talk to a world leader about a serious issue? Y'all really think she's going to be capable of doing that? Without her seeing our pet Tim Waltz, okay? Mr. Tampon Tim, you really think she's going to be capable of handling that business? How many of you would bet the farm on that, huh? Oh, but we're not done. Oh, no, we're not done. Because, see, in case I didn't drill my point home, I told y'all. I ain't done by sight. Now we're going to get into something that's going to further underscore everything that I just said here. And it's going to be in her own words with nothing edited. Oh, yeah. Let's get to it.
So now they throwing around the word misinformation. Well, was we misinformed when we heard what we heard directly from her mouth?
And the federal relief and assistance that we have been providing has included FEMA providing $750.
And was we also misinformed when the director of FEMA, Mayorkas, came out and said what he said? Or did he misspeak?
We are meeting the immediate needs with the money that we have. We are expecting another hurricane hitting. We do not have the funds. FEMA does not have the funds to make it through the season.
Now, since y'all want to say everything is so misinformation and misinformed, I just have a few questions. That's it. Is the critical needs payout of $750 only a one-time payout per household, not per person, and you would need to qualify, which also indicates that you may be denied? Just asking. I have another question. Did FEMA not designate funding of over $1 billion for a illegal migrant program called Shelter in Place in 2023 and 2024? Another question that I may be misinformed about. Did FEMA not designate funding of about $685 billion for illegal migrants in an emergency food and shelter program under this administration? I have another question, because we the people, we want to know. We don't want to be misinformed. Did the House and Senate, including Republicans, not pass a continuing appropriation bill, H.R. 9747, which provides more funding, but the disaster fund is still deficient, according to Mayorkas, because of mismanagement and possibly overspending? You know, that's the bill that y'all are running around and saying that the Republicans shot down or didn't pass. H.R. 9747. Go find it on congress.gov. Wait a minute, I thought of another one, because this may be the one that is misinformation. This is the one. Was there not testimony before the House Budget Committee estimating Americans paying over $150 billion annually to support illegal immigration? No, I got it. It's this one that's misinformed. It's this one. Have they not sent over $64 billion and counting to fund the Ukraine war? Dang, I forgot about this one too. I got a question about this one as well. This one probably is misinformed as well. Did they not send over $17 billion in aid to Israel since last October? And for my last question that I just may be misinformed about, this is the one. I'm misinformed, definitely, with this one. Did she not tweet a couple of days afterwards that she was deeply concerned about the security and well-being of the citizens of Lebanon and pledged a total of $157 million and bringing the support total of $385 million totally? It gotta be that one. And if you didn't catch what I said earlier, they're funding Israel and Lebanon, which Israel struck Lebanon. Just think about it. So no, we're not misinformed. Y'all just misunderstanding that $750 was never enough to give to American taxpayer citizens. So you can miss me on that.
Shout out to that sister right there, and shout out to every foundational Black American freedman sister and non-FBA sister. If that's the way you are, let me talk to my sisters for a minute, because I mean it when I say I'm proud of you. Let me tell you something. I've said it many times, and many others have said it many times, and I'm going to repeat it again here tonight. The reason why I am proud of our sisters and I don't do that stupid gender warring crap is because, yes, they are the first teachers of our children. And in conjunction with that, they're teaching the children they're responsible for educating generations, all right? They are. That's what they don't want you sounding like. See, that's what every sister listening to this broadcast tonight, live or recorded, that's what the Democrats fear you doing. Being the type of sister that you're not moved by bathtub greens, mysterious 80s Tupac mixtapes that, only K.A.M.A.L.A has access to. All this other foolishness about her being the first woman president. No, that's what you're supposed to be on your grind like. Looking at policies, saying, hey, wait, well, I hear what you telling me with your talking point. Let's get down to the nitty gritty of the facts. Let's look at these dollars and cents right here that's not going to the community when we need it. Let's look at what everything you said you was going to do and you didn't do. Dates, times, bill numbers, everything, and have a functioning comprehension of everything that you read. That's what they don't want to see. And see, here's the nightmare for the Democrats. Oh, boy, because see, they counted on playing on the heartstrings of Black American women for so long. But now there are a legion of them that sound just like this sister. And the reason why them sisters have the courage to do that is because when brothers stand up and oppose that shit, because see, that's really the reason why a lot of sisters stayed over there. They saw black men over there. Those of us that are straight, that don't want to be polarized, we ain't fucking with no damn Democrat party. That's not doing anything for us. When we leave, the women leave too. Let me tell you something. Women follow us, and this is just a fact. Women follow us whether we doing right or wrong. It's time for us to start doing the right thing and lead by example. So I'm encouraging more sisters to be just like that. Everything these people talking about on either side of the political aisle, but the one that's in power now is the Democrats. Read them their rights with policies and let them know that, hey, I keep up with what you've been doing here. And you're not going to pull the wool over my eyes. Don't come talking to me about entertainment. You better come talking to me about business. Some of you are parents, okay? So if you're not going to be concerned about what you got going on, what about your kids? Huh? Proud of y'all, sister, for that, if that's how you sounded. But see, we're not done tonight. Oh, no. I got a treat for y'all. Y'all probably thought I wasn't going to cover this. Well, I am. I told you this is going to be the broadcast they not going to like. And if they do anything to it, y'all know where to find it. I will put it on Patreon, and I will put it in the tier where everybody, can access it. All right. Because, see, we got to break something else down here from the 0 to the 0. Oh, yeah. Y'all know I had to cover this before I got out here tonight.
Events of the past few weeks have pushed us to the brink, if not into, an all-out regional war in the Middle East. What can the U.S. do at this point to stop this from spinning?
Fair use. Shout out to Mr. Whitaker, because, see, this right here, boy, I got to say something. For the Caucasian Nazi Network to put this brother here, because they probably going to fire this brother for this. But, boy, he lit her ass up with nothing but some true bombs and facts and held her feet to the fire every time she tried to deflect. So, Brother Ed, come on to the grassroots. We got your back. If they fire you, brother, don't beg them for a job. To hell with them. There's plenty of black grassroots organizations that would love to give you a job, brother. We need those like this on our side. Family, I want y'all to listen to this because we finna go through this. Oh, yeah, we finna go through the whole thing. Yes, we are. Oh, yes, we are. We have to do it. Because this right here, this is going to be one of the defining moments that they look back on when she lose that election. Let's get back to it.
Out of control.
Well, let's start with October 7. 1,200 people were massacred. 250 hostages were taken, including Americans. Women were brutally raped. And as I said then, I maintain Israel has a right to defend itself. We would. And how it does so matters. Far too many innocent Palestinians have been killed. This war has to end.
We supply Israel with billions of dollars in military aid.
Now, let me pause it right here. It's a war on Black America. She ain't concerned about that, is she? See, let me tell you something. A part of political maturity and respecting ourselves is when these people like this woman is the vice president of the United States of America. She ain't talking about nothing involving our issues in this country. It's like she don't see us. But see, I understand why. I'm not even mad about it. You know why she don't see us? Because she's not us. This is an East Indian woman, a full-blooded East Indian woman that grew up in Canada in a white neighborhood. She don't give a damn about us. She's only thing she care about us, locking us up when she was a prosecutor. Where's the offset for that? Where's the offset for her? All them black people she was locking up when she didn't even want to let them out of jail and the judge had to make her do it because they won't have nobody to clean up the jails. Huh? What has she done to offset that, to atone for that as a prosecutor? Locking up black mothers over there for truancy laws. Didn't notice she wasn't locking up the white parents when their kids were skipping school. And those are the ones that do it in the higher numbers. How many white women was she locking up? Because she know if she would have did that, her ass would have been out of office, regardless of what downtown Willie Brown did to help her get in that prosecutorial position, huh? I bet you don't hear no white women saying she locked me up too. I bet you don't hear that. Find me a story where a white woman said that when K.A.M.A.L.A was a prosecutor over there, that she was locking the white parents up, but their kids not going to school. Huh? Oh yeah, but see, we ain't done yet though. I want y'all to listen to this because we're going to pick this whole thing apart.
Yet Prime Minister Netanyahu seems to be charting his own course. The Biden-Harris administration has pressed him to agree to a ceasefire. He's resisted. You urged him not to go into Lebanon. He went in anyway. Does the U.S. have no sway over Prime Minister Netanyahu?
The work that we do diplomatically with the leadership of Israel is an ongoing pursuit around making clear our principles.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
We're not going to stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end.
Do we have a real close ally in Prime Minister Netanyahu?
I think, with all due respect, the better question is, do we have an important alliance between the American people and the Israeli people? And
let me pause it right here because, see, listen to what the brother Ed Whitaker asked her, okay? Listen to what Mr. Whitaker asked her. Now, I'm saying this and I'm critiquing this in real time, and I want you to think about something, because remember what I said about what if she has to deal with world leaders in a serious situation? He asked her one direct question, and then she starts switching the subject and bitch babbling. That's what she's doing. This is bitch babble. When somebody asks you a fucking direct question, you give them a direct answer to that question. You don't ask them a question in return. I think the better question would be, no, bitch. He asked you a serious, direct question about geopolitical affairs. And this is what you do? Which one of you in my chat room would trust her to be in a leadership position over anything in your life when this is what she does? Let's go here with the whole, y'all don't want to support her because she's a woman thing. Let me tell you something. I don't give a damn if it was a man or a woman doing this. If you're going to be a leader and you in charge of the responsibilities of protecting citizens and making decisions that's going to affect our lives, I don't have any confidence in somebody that deflects from a question and answers a question with a question when they're asked something. That's not leadership. That's what a damn idiot does. An idiot does that. Answer a question with a question. Because, see, this is a big game to her. You can't bullshit your way through real life situations. Because when you do that, and when you're in a position of power, people die when you do that. And this is what they're telling us they're going to vote for? I told you, man, I'm not playing no games with it. Let's let it continue.
the answer to that question is yes.
While the war in the Middle East has dominated recent headlines, it's the economy that most concerns American voters this election year, as always. There are lots of signs that the American economy is doing very well. Better than most countries, I think. But the American people don't seem to be feeling it. Groceries are 25% higher, and people are blaming you and Joe Biden for that. Are they wrong?
We now have historic low unemployment in America among all groups of people.
See what she just did? See, props to this brother, Mr. Whitaker, for his professionalism, because I would have stopped her right at the tracks. No, Madam Vice President. I didn't ask you any of what you about to say here. I asked a specific question because it's getting to the point with her and any politician that do that. Let me tell you what I see when somebody do that. See, they think that's what they're all trying to do. They think that that's being intelligent. No, I look at you as you mentally challenged. If you can understand the English that's coming out of my mouth, why the fuck are you talking about something else that I didn't ask you about? See, I don't have patience for that. I don't. If I'm talking to you about something specifically, I expect a direct answer to what I asked you. I mean, this is ridiculous. And this is what they telling us qualifies to be the leader of this nation? Are you serious? You can't make this up.
We now have an economy that is thriving by all macroeconomic measures.
And by the way, that whole, we have low record unemployment across all groups. Let me tell you what the real number with that is. Fact of business. Let me give y'all some homework to do. A lot of you heard me mention this book before, okay? And if you don't have it on your shelf, I want you to get this book and keep it. Every black person should have this book in your household. Every one of them. Get ready to write this down. Get a book called How to Lie with Statistics, okay? The book is called How to Lie with Statistics. I want you to get that and read it cover to cover because trust me, when I tell you that will help you understand how politicians on both sides lie about things and manipulate numbers and tell half-truths. But see, let's deal with this. I'm going to go ahead and break down this lie about record low unemployment. Y'all know what they're doing when they do that? It's not that people are getting jobs or more jobs or what have you. No, that's not what's going on. What they do, and this is some dirty shit right here, but this is what they do. Don't believe me. You can research this from what I'm about to tell you for yourself. What they do to count that as record low employment across all groups, that's people that have stopped looking for work altogether. So they just don't count that. Do you understand that's what they do? You think about it now, because they know damn well it's people in this country that need jobs. Hell, but they want to give all the jobs to the damn illegal aliens, huh? Never mind, because see, think about it. That's the dastardly thing about it, too. All these homeless black Americans across this country, that go to show you that you could have fixed the homeless problem if you would have spent the same money on them that you're doing these illegal aliens. Not only could you have gotten them off the streets, you could give them job training. And the same that you're doing for these illegal aliens. What's the difference? Why you can't do it for American citizens that have paid into the system, but you can do it to people that broke the law to come over here? Make that shit make sense. Let's let it continue.
And to your point, prices are still too high. And I know that, and we need to deal with it, which is why part of my plan, you mentioned groceries. Part of my plan is what we must do to bring down the price of groceries.
Harris says she'll press Congress to pass a federal ban on price gouging for food and groceries, but details are yet to be defined. You want to expand?
Boy, I'm going to tell you what I love about this particular interview here, where, you know, I love how they edited this. Well, while she was talking, he just cut over that bullshit with his own narration. Oh, that is priceless. Let me tell you something, brother Ed, if I ever meet this brother, I got to shake his hand. I love this. I love this. And look, I already know they're probably going to try to fire the man. And look, don't fire him. We all need to fire this bitch because she's been in office for 3.5 years. All this stuff that she babbling about, her nor Joe Biden hadn't done. And see, watch this. I'm going to show you how you yank the rug out from under the shield billies that try to say, well, she's the vice president. She wasn't the president. Okay, great. I understand that. We all know how the presidential office works for president and vice president. If you couldn't do these things, which she could because she's deciding vote on a lot of things all that are law now. She's the tiebreaker vote. But let's just say she didn't have none of this power like they want us to believe. You could still be talking about it vocally enough where people see, okay, yeah, man. Think about it. If she was really advocating and talking about this kind of stuff every time she turned around, because see, before election time, she was hiding everywhere. You didn't see her having any press conferences talking about none of this stuff until now. So you would almost be able to respect it if you could say, hey, man, She been talking about this, man, so she probably can't do too much, but at least we see what she want to do and what she's trying. I'll do you one better. Let's just say you really couldn't do anything at all. You're a powerless vice president, okay? What you would do in that position, you would be out every chance you get, going to talk to people in these different towns. Hey, what's going on in y'all community? What can we do in the Biden-Harris administration to make things better? Let me try to bring these things to the floor. I'm going to call a press conference where everybody can see it nationwide, and I'm going to put your concerns before everybody up here on Capitol Hill. Has she done that? Where has she done that at? During the 3.5 years she was in office. Has she? See, I'm showing you. This is how you yank the rug out from under them shield billies. I told you. They don't like talking to me for a reason. Let's let it continue.
The child tax credit.
Yes, I do.
You want to give tax breaks to first-time home buyers.
Yes.
And people starting small businesses.
Correct.
But it is estimated by the Nonpartisan Committee for Responsible Federal Budget that your economic plan would add $3 trillion to the federal deficit over the next decade. How are you going to pay for that?
Okay, so the other economists that
Man, the delivery with the brother Whitaker, bro. How are you gonna pay for that? And as soon as he finished asking that question, she put the bullfish shit her face on. Look at it, steady grinning. See, let me tell y'all something, man. When you talking business, you ain't supposed to be grinning like this. Why is everything so fucking funny? This man asked you a serious question about economics, and she put that goofy grin on, ready to engage bullshit mode activated. Here she go, boy. Here she go.
have reviewed my plan versus my opponent and determined that my economic plan would strengthen America's economy, his would weaken it.
But
my plan, Bill, if you don't mind.
No, Bill does mind because he just told your ignorant ass the dollar amount that would add to the damn deficit. All you did was say, well, my plan is going to do this and he didn't ask you a damn thing about Donald Trump. See, this is why I say this bitch is not qualified. And yes, I said bitch in a minute. She is not qualified to be the leader of this country because when we talking about you and your policies, you start talking about other people that ain't got nothing to do with the damn conversation. He's asking you what you're going to do. K.A.M.A.L.A.
And my plan is about saying that when you invest in small businesses, you invest in the middle class, and you strengthen America's economy. Small businesses are part of the backbone of America's economy.
But pardon me, Madam Vice President, the question was, how are you going to pay for it?
That is priceless. Man, look, what you just saw the brother, Mr. Whitaker, do there, that was the polite version of, okay, cut this bullshit out. Let me get you back on track. That's the polite way, the professional way to do that, okay? That's what he just did, basically. You know, hold on, man. We got to play that. We got to take that back. That was hilarious. Good God, that was funny. Bruh, we got to play this again, y'all. Family, we got to roll this bead footage back one more time.
And you strengthen America's economy. Small businesses are part of the backbone of America's economy.
But pardon me, Madam Vice President, the question was, how are you going to pay for it?
Well, one of the things is I'm going to make sure that the richest among us who can afford it pay their fair share in taxes. It is not right.
Look at the look on Mr. Whitaker's face. He's like, you are the world's greatest bullshitter. Let me tell you something, right? This is going to shock y'all. I will give K.A.M.A.L.A. a compliment. A lot of y'all might agree. Where my poker players at in the chat room? Where my poker players? Because see, if you was playing poker, you would want this bitch on your team. This is the ultimate bull. I'm telling you now. I love, if I'm playing poker, man, I want this motherfucker on my side. Come on over here. Yes, I need you. Cause damn it, I'm telling you, you would clean up. If you had this bullshitting piece of shit right here on your team, I'm telling you, man, that's where her use is right there. She probably is a hell of a poker player, too. I wouldn't put it past her. Let's let it continue.
That teachers and nurses and firefighters are paying a higher tax rate than billionaires and the biggest corporations. And I plan on making that fair.
But we're dealing with the real world here.
But the real world includes...
How are you going to get this through Congress?
You know, when you talk quietly with a lot of folks in Congress, they know exactly what I'm talking about.
This is not only a bullshitter, this is an aggressive bullshitter. This man just said, but we're dealing with the real world. But she's like, I'm not gonna stop bullshitting. Look, let me tell y'all something, man. This woman has been a pathological liar her whole life. Do you hear me? This is what one looks like. And see, let me say this. I'm talking to America as a whole now. But this bag of lying dog shit to get this close to the highest office in the land, we better make sure this never happens again. When this asshole loses, it should not be, and yes, I said it should not be close to any governing position in this country again, nor anybody like her, whether it's a man or a woman, from any lineage or background. When you got somebody that's bullshit like this, they ain't supposed to be nowhere close to the president. Now, let's be clear. You can argue that all presidents are professional bullshitters, and you would be right, in both Democrats and Republicans. But here's the problem. You can't combine idiocy with a bullshitter. At least the bullshitters that were previous presidents, most of them weren't idiots, okay, unless you count, George W., okay? But see, this right here, and speaking of W, I got to go here. I got to get the petty out. Family, if you compare her and W side by side as far as who's got the most intelligence, she make W look like a damn valedictorian. She does. She really does. I'm telling you, I never thought that I would say in my lifetime that there was a dumber American president or vice president than W. But here we are, because she's trying to be the president now. She make him look like, man, a Rhodes Scholar. She really does. This is amazing how stupid this woman is. And they're going to sit up here, because see, you got some people starting to say what I'm saying now without sugarcoating and just say, yeah, she's an idiot. They was trying to do all that polite bullshit earlier. No, man, I said it out the gate. I'm probably one of the only people that came out, this is a moron. Everybody else trying to sugarcoat it. Well, no, moron. This is exactly what that is, and she's going to continue proving it. Let's let it continue.
Because their constituents know exactly what I'm talking about. Their constituents are those firefighters and teachers and nurses. Their constituents are middle-class, hardworking folk.
And Congress has shown no inclination to move in your direction.
I disagree with you. There are plenty of leaders in Congress who understand and know that the Trump tax cuts blew up our federal deficit. None of us, and certainly I cannot afford to be myopic in terms of how I think about strengthening America's economy.
When she said the word myopic, I'm like, bitch, spell it and use it in a sentence. Spell it. Spell and use it in a proper sentence. What does the word mean? I can't afford to be myopic. I'm like, who fed you that? And see, I got to go here. I got to pull the petty back out. Better check them damn earrings again to make sure ain't nobody feeding her answers to these damn questions. Let it continue.
Let me tell you something. I am a devout public servant. You know that. I am also a capitalist. And I know the limitations of government.
Kamala Harris has been in government for decades. She was first elected San Francisco District Attorney in 2003, then California Attorney General. She went on to the U.S. Senate and now Vice President. A quarter.
Let me tell you something, man. The smooth, calm tone that Mr. Whitaker is using here. I'm gonna tell you right now. You know what this probably is. I'm gonna tell you what this probably is with this brother, because he's been very nice, nasty, professional, and I love it. I'm here for every minute of it. Mr. Whitaker is probably related to somebody that's been affected by K.A.M.A.L.A's policies over there. Come on now. Could y'all not see that? Because he is very intentional with driving these daggers of truth into her little shoe-faced ass. I believe that Mr. Whitaker probably has family that was affected directly by her policy. He's like, bitch, I've been waiting all my life to get your ass in front of this hot seat. I'm going to let you have it. That's what it sounds like to me. I could be wrong, but hey, I'm just saying, let's let it continue.
Of registered voters still say they don't know you. They don't know what makes you tick. And why do you think that is? What's the disconnect?
It's an election bill. And I take it seriously that I have to earn everyone's vote. This is
How you take anything serious when you always cackling and laughing? But she can't wait to show you all them raggedy ass teeth in her mouth every time somebody asks her a serious question. Look at Mr. Whitaker there looking at her. He's just like, you lying bitch. That's really what he got that old school look on his face like, you are full of shit and you know it. Boy, if facial expressions could talk, he look like she really think the American folk is buying this bullshit. I'll tell you something, man. This brother right here, man, he has to become an icon in the community, okay? We got to hold him up, man. Salute to you, Mr. Whitaker. Thank you for holding this bitch's feet to the fire.
This is an election for President of the United States. No one should be able to take for granted that they can just declare themselves a candidate and automatically receive support. You have to earn it. And that's
But that's exactly what the Democrat Party did with you. They declared you the candidate. You didn't go through no damn primary. Say what you want about Jim Crow Joe Biden with his little senile ass. He had 14 million votes. The people actually wanted him. They installed your raggedy ass up there. You see, this goes to show you the level of delusion in this shoe-face heifer's head. She really do. She just saying this without realizing it applies to her. Nobody chose you from amongst the people. The delegates did that. You were actually selected. You really were. By the Democrat Party and their damn donor class. The people didn't decide on that. You didn't go through no primary. But seeing her head with see, this is what happens too when you have a bunch of people just blowing your head up and kissing your ass. This is what happens. You start to buy your own lie. Boy, it's amazing, boy. This type of pathological lying should be studied. It really should, man. This is something right here. All of us are getting a master class in what it means to be a perpetual bullshitter on a world stage. Because you can say all politicians, but she has put it on full display. No shame, no remorse. Boy, it's madness. Let it continue.
what I intend to do.
Let me tell you what your critics and the columnists say.
Okay.
They say that the reason so many voters don't know you is that you have changed your position on so many things. You were against fracking, now you're for it. You supported looser immigration policies, now you're tightening them up. You were for Medicare for all, now you're not. So many that people don't truly know what you believe or what you stand for. And I know you've heard that.
In the last 4 years, I have been Vice President of the United States. And I have been traveling our country. And I have been listening to folks and seeking what is possible in terms of common ground. I believe in building consensus. We are a diverse people, geographically, regionally, in terms of where we are in our backgrounds. And what the American people do want is that we have leaders who can build consensus, where we can figure out compromise and understand it's not a bad thing, as long as you don't compromise your values, to find common sense solutions.
You and Jim Crow Joe Biden compromised the security of America when you flooded this country with illegal aliens. You and Jim Crow Joe Biden compromised the economic stability of American citizens with looking out for your corporate buddies. Because see, that's what this inflation is all about. This is manufactured. This isn't something that just happened and it couldn't be stopped. No. This is them looking out for their corporate buddies. That's why this inflation is where it is. Don't you fool yourself about this. You know why I'm right about that? If this was something that was just inevitable, you would have saw it under Donald Trump. Like him or not, you didn't see grocery prices. Look, going to the grocery store wasn't a damn Neiman Marcus experience, okay? Under Donald Trump, whether you like the man or not. It just wasn't. It wasn't. But then as soon as they get in office, and look how quickly it happened too. As soon as they got in office, by 3 months in, going to the grocery, oh my God, what the hell? Come on, man. Boy, let me tell you something, boy. You shillbillies, man, I don't know what type of fantasy world you living in. Still be one thing, shillbillies, if they was paying you. But it's already done come out. They're not even dropping the bag on you no more. She giving all the white firms the money for the PR, and you just be all over in our spaces shilling it up. You are absolutely pathetic. If you're going to be a hoe that get paid, damn it. Let it continue.
And that has been my approach.
But one issue that has proven impervious to compromise is immigration. Over the past 4 years, the Biden-Harris approach has been inconsistent, and Republicans are convinced immigration is the vice president's Achilles heel. You recently visited the southern border and embraced President Biden's recent crackdown on asylum seekers. And that crackdown produced an almost immediate and dramatic decrease in the number of border crossings. If that's the right answer now, why didn't your administration take those steps in 2021?
Ooh-wee! Oh, my God. Let me tell you something, man. I'm going to say it yet again. This is going to be one of the defining moments right here. Man, salute to Mr. Whitaker. This right here, I'm going to tell y'all. Y'all don't understand how damaging this was. I'm surprised. Look, I wonder, did she piss somebody off at the Caucasian Nazi Network? I mean, CNN. Who she pissed off over there? Because I'm surprised they let this air. Even after he shot, they were like, hey, man, nah, man, we can't put this up. This is devastating. Do you hear the question he just asked this woman? Because, see, they only doing it now because they know that that's one of the main issues besides the economy is the security of this nation. People see the crimes that these illegal aliens are committing as a K.A.M.A.L.A all over the place, taking over apartment complexes, murdering people, and they going mainly into the white neighborhoods to do it where the folks got the money. Okay, yeah. You thought you were going to dump in our neighborhood. Yeah, you dumping them here, but they're not staying here. They going to where you at. The question he asked, okay, if it's the right answer now, why wasn't it the right answer in 2021? 1 second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up. I told y'all to expect this, right? Listen, when you get to cooking them like this, they're like, man, you can't do that. See, look, that go to show you something. Everything is under fair use, but if you don't think that they monitor all our channels, no matter the size, let me tell you something. You would be twice the fool to take to be one to believe that. Because see, when I got the harping on that question right there, they're like, oh my God, he's going in. I mean, look, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm going to leave this up if they try to take the whole thing down. This is why I keep telling y'all to join the Patreon. I don't tell you to join the Patreon for my health. I tell you to join it. So if they take anything off the channel, we put it right on over there, okay? Oh, we not done because see, you don't need to see the bullshitter. We've seen enough of the bullshit. All you need to do is hear it. That's all you need to do, okay? And refresh your page because everybody else is saying they can hear Fact the Business. Give me more thumbs up to confirm that you can hear me because we gonna play the rest of it. Oh, yes, we are. Oh, yes. Yeah, and you're right, Brother Black Truth United. I'm about to go even harder in the paint because we already seen what, you know what? Because they don't want you to see K.A.M.A.L.A lying. Let me make another quick adjustment, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. We're going to do this on the fly. Yeah, I got something for you. Yeah, they want to play games with the stream. Hold on. I got you. Oh, I got something for that. Give me just a second. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Give me just a second. that they don't want y'all to see the real K.A.M.A.L.A. Okay, I got something else. We're going to put something else up. Okay? Yeah, because see, you know, my logo is up there right now, but I good enough. We got to put your girl up there, man. Yeah, this is what we got to put up here. So, yeah. Yeah. Hey, listen, if you got children, I know this is the stuff of nightmares that's in front of you right now, but hey, man, they don't want me to put, you know what I'm saying, her up here. So we'll just put her little avatar up here, okay? Yeah, the cackling commander-in-chief there, the Joker. Yeah. Hey, listen, man. Look, I respect the rules of the platform. They don't want me to put her up there so that you can see her lying in real time. So we'll just put her avatar up here, okay? The thumbnail. Because man, that's exactly what she is. Tell me if she doesn't play the role of the Joker better than Jack Nicholson. And Sister Moon, you need to refresh your screen there and catch up. A lot of times, let me address that too. A lot of times, everybody else is on code. Look in the chat room. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is up to speed, rather. When you see that and you behind, scroll your screen forward to the right, okay? Sister Moon, scroll your screen to the right or refresh it because we back on air now. Everybody can hear me. So I always look in the chat room. Sometimes you might be behind. So we're back. Yes, they interrupted the stream. If you were here in the beginning, I told you to expect that because we were going to be cooking. And we're going to continue cooking right now. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, before we were so rudely interrupted there, we're going to let this continue because you don't need to see the real one. We got a representation over here instead. Since you know they tell us representation is important. Let's get back to it.
The first bill we proposed to Congress was to fix our broken immigration system, knowing that if you want to actually fix it, we need Congress to act. It was not taken up. Fast forward to a moment when a bipartisan group of members of the United States Senate, including one of the most conservative members of the United States Senate, got together, came up with a border security bill. Well, guess what happened? Donald Trump got word that this bill was afoot and could be passed, and he wants to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem. So he told his buddies in Congress, kill the bill, don't let it move forward.
But I've been covering the border for years. And so I know this is not a problem that started with your administration.
Correct.
But there was an historic flood of undocumented immigrants coming across the border the first 3 years of your administration. As a matter of fact, arrivals quadrupled from the last year of President Trump. Was it a mistake to loosen the immigration policies as much as you did?
It's a long...
Listen to the bullshit answer she's about to give, okay? Because it's clear, we can hear what Mr. Whitaker asked, okay? The question was it a mistake to go down this line that you went down here with this policy? I want you to listen to what she's about to say here. In classic cackling K.A.M.A.L.A fashion, watch what she do with the question that she was just asked.
Long-standing problem. And solutions are at hand. And from day one, literally, we have been offering solutions.
What I was asking was it a mistake to kind of allow that flood to happen in the first place?
I think
this brother is a logical pit bull. And see, look, let me tell you something. All jokes aside, Black America, take cues from Brother Whitaker here. This is how you supposed to be with all of them that come in your face. I've been saying it. This is a classic example of you hearing it right here tonight. This is how you need to be with all of them. He set the tone in the blueprint. I don't care whether it's Republican or Democrat. When it comes to talking about issues, you stay on their asses and bring them back to the center of what you're talking about. Don't let them run all over the place. And if they keep trying to be like, all right, come back and talk to me when you're actually ready to talk business, okay? Don't let people like this clown that you see on the screen here, that the cackling clown that wants to be the Ski-Wee VP, Commander-in-Chief, don't let them play games with you because we're not in a situation as Black Americans where we can play games. Let it continue.
the policies that we have been proposing are about fixing a problem, not promoting a problem. Okay?
But the numbers did quadruple.
And the numbers today, because of what we have done, we have cut the flow of illegal immigration by half.
But should you
We
have
have
done
cut
that?
the
Should you
flow
have
of
done that?
fentanyl by half, but we need Congress to be able to act to actually fix the problem.
You have accused.
The problem is you decided to do it. And then all of a sudden, for the little bit of tightening up on the board they did do it, you didn't go through Congress to do that. You didn't. You made the decision to stop that shit. Say what you want about old Hot Wheels down there, Greg Abbott in Texas. Hell, he was like, okay, if you don't want me not to let them in, I'm finna send them over there the way you at. Hey, listen, man, Operation Lone Star, I agree with that. Send them right to their damn backyard. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, boy, they got the picture then. Then you see what they did to little old Eric Adams up there. Oh, man, he catching hell. See, let me say this about Eric Adams' situation, because we all see, boy, hey, they're like, okay, you think we can't put the same prosecutor in New York that we got on the dealer on you? Let me go ahead and hit you with these federal charges, but it's Fed case. See, this is why it doesn't pay to be a shield for the Democrats and then just because they're giving you a bag or a position to go along with their dirty work, because the minute that you get the bucking or that you see that you got to be in a position where you got to say something, they're going to be like, all right, you in for a penny, you in for a pound. See, that's the thing about making a deal with the devil. You don't. So now Eric Adams is getting exactly what he was destined to get. And I don't feel sorry for him at all. You should have never went along with that shit. So whatever happened to him happens to him. Let's let it continue.
Donald Trump of using racist tropes when it comes to Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, when it comes to birtherism, when it comes to Charlottesville. In fact, you have called him a racist and divisive. Yet Donald Trump has the support of millions and millions of Americans. How do you explain that?
I'm glad you are pointing these comments out that he has made that have resulted in a response by most reasonable people to say it's just wrong. It's just wrong.
With so many people supporting Donald Trump.
Did you hear that answer she gave to that question? She damn near sound like a toddler speaking. She does. I mean, come on, family. This is what they want to be the leader of this country. Making decisions on a geopolitical level. And she has the reason of a damn toddler. That's embarrassing. You know what? I can't even insult toddlers like that. I can't. She got all the damn common sense of a dining room table, man. And this is what they telling us we supposed to vote for. That I already told her, I'm not going to do anything that only benefits black people. Yeah. You remember that? Huh? Keep on top of all the other disrespectful things that the entire Democratic Party has levied at us. But if we just laying it at her doorstep, her previous record in California towards black people, these 3.5 years in office that she's been hiding all over the place, ain't never spoke up for us, not trying to push any economic policies, not trying to help out the entrepreneurial class. And then the most egregious, latest, recent faux pas, demonic evil statement that she made, you gonna tell disaster victims that they should be happy to get $750. People's whole lives were destroyed behind these hurricanes, man. Some people don't have homes anymore at all. Some people died. And this evil, demonic piece of dog shit had the nerve to come up here and tell the American public that statement. And this is what y'all telling us we're supposed to vote for? That's insane, family. I won't be one of them. Let's let it continue.
Trump, the man you've called a racist, how do you bridge that seemingly unbridgeable gap?
I believe that the people of America want a leader who's not trying to divide us and demean. I believe that the American people recognize that the true measure of the strength of a leader is not based on who you beat down, it's based on who you lift up.
The Harris campaign has been hopscotching the country, and with less than a month to go, the pace is picking up. The vice president told us she has lost track of how many states she's visited.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
You well?
We joined her on the trail late last week in the crucial swing state of Wisconsin, in the town of Ripon, the birthplace in 1854 of the Republican Party. And at a rally plastered with country over party banners, Harris appeared with staunch conservative Liz Cheney. As vice chair of the House January 6 committee, Cheney became one of Donald Trump's fiercest critics.
I have never voted for a Democrat, but this year I am proudly casting my vote for Vice President Kamala Harris.
That proclamation spurred a chant of approval from the crowd.
4 years ago, if someone had told you that you would be campaigning with Liz Cheney, what would you have said to them?
That'd be great. That's really diplomatic.
Would you ever have?
Oh, there was the cackle, y'all. Oh, there was the cackle. But see, let me take the time to address something because, see, what a lot of shillbillies want to bring up when they say, see, look at the white people that are supporting her. Let me tell you something, and I'm going to be blunt with this. The white people that supporting K.A.M.A.L.A, those are the ones, and white America, you know what I'm about to say is the truth. Mainly the white women that are supporting K.A.M.A.L.A, those are the ones that's the biggest problem in your particular community. Now, why am I saying that? You see what's happening with them little dwindling birth rates of yours. Most of those women that supporting that, they support unaliving children in the womb. That's what they support. They support the deletion of children. Yeah, that's really the only people in that community that's for that. That's it. So white America, you got a problem on your hands with that. You do. Yeah, see, a lot of people don't put it in the context like that. But see, I understand this country. Like tellers that come here after they read a book or they get enamored with white folks and have their head up their asses, and then they become experts on a country that they had never lived in or wasn't born in. Boy, ain't it amazing how tellers that's not even over here have so much to say about our political affairs and what Black America should do with our political votes. Let me tell you something. When this election is over, it's going to be a lesson for everybody. And I love it because, see, it's a time of organization. It's a time of cleaning things up. And it's letting us know who the problem is in our community and who's the problem that's adjacent to our community that's trying to cosplay as us. This is a great time to be alive. 2024 has been a banner year despite all the hardship and tragedy that we've been through. There is a silver lining. I say we're going to come out of this a stronger Black America. On either end of the equation, we are. Oh, yes, we are. Because, see, this crap right here they're trying to push on us, this clown, and this is why I have the representation up there of this cackling clown. You can't fool Black America when they're actually going through economic hardship. You can't fool Black Americans that were hit by these hurricanes, Milton, Hurricane Helene. You can't fool them. They see what the reality is. And see, here's the thing about it. Them two states, my state, Georgia, and Florida, they're swing states. I'm telling you now, the October surprise, as tragic as it was, it's going to be them two hurricanes. You think that's not going to have a bearing on this election come next month here? Just wait. Let it continue.
I thought that you'd be campaigning with Kamala Harris.
I hope that if you had said to me 4 years ago, our Constitution is going to be under threat, and it's going to be crucial for the parties to come together and to support Vice President Harris because she'll defend the rule of law, I know I would have said that's exactly what I'll do.
I thank you all.
Whoever wins the presidency will take on a host of daunting challenges, especially beyond our borders. Back in Washington, Vice President Harris told us she's determined the U.S. must win the economic competition with China for the 21st century. And as for the war between Russia and Ukraine, what does success look like in ending the war in Ukraine?
There will be no success in ending that war without Ukraine and the UN Charter participating in what that success looks like.
Would you meet with President Vladimir Putin to negotiate a solution to the war in Ukraine?
Not bilaterally without Ukraine, no. Ukraine must have a say in the future of Ukraine.
As president, would you?
Vladimir Putin, Xi Jinping, nor Kim Jong-un respect Kamala Harris. They don't. I tell you who they did respect. They respect Donald Trump. Now, how am I saying this? And I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm talking facts. I'm talking about what really did happen. Reason why I know they respected Donald Trump on the geopolitical stage, all three of those men, you didn't see these conflicts going on. Say what you want about him. What he was doing, they wasn't doing none of this stuff. But even so, here's the thing for the American people right here, right now, especially Black America, we don't give a damn about what they got going over there. That's not the United States of America. You, again, I got to say it because K.A.M.A.L.A doesn't realize this. You've got victims of devastating hurricanes here in 2 states. More than that, because it affected people on up the coast. You're not concerned about that? You got your head all over there in their business. Israel, Ukraine, everywhere. How you gonna have your head all over the place in other people's affairs, but you want to be the president of the United States of America? Doesn't charity begin at home? Make it make sense. Let's let it continue.
You support the effort to expand NATO to include Ukraine.
Those are all issues that we will deal with if and when it arrives at that point. Right now, we are supporting Ukraine's ability to defend itself against Russia's unprovoked aggression. Donald Trump, if he were president, Putin would be sitting in Kyiv right now. He talks about, oh, he can end it on day one. You know what that is? It's about surrender.
A hard left turn here, but you recently surprised people when you said that you are a gun owner. And then if someone came into your
That
house,
was not the first time I've
they would get
talked
shot.
about it. That's not the first time I've talked about it.
So what kind of gun do you own, and when and why did you get it?
I have a Glock, and I've had it for quite some time. And I mean, look, Bill, my background is in law enforcement. And so there you go.
Have you...
Family, I got a question to ask because, you know, he asked her about gun ownership. How many of you would trust this nutcase with a firearm in her hand? This cackling moron. Now, I'm asking this question for a reason. Because if the answer is you're like, hey, man, nah, bro, you're a little too dizzy in the head to be around me with a firearm. Now, if that is your answer and you would be uneasy with her having a mere firearm in her hand, you know the next question I'm going to ask? How many of you are comfortable with this fool being in charge of the nuclear launch codes? Huh? You better take a good look at this image on my screen here. I don't have it up here just to be funny. This is an accurate representation of the way she acts and sounds. If you wouldn't trust her with a mere firearm in her hand, if the thought of that would make you uncomfortable, would you trust her with the damn nuclear launch codes? Just a thought, just a question.
Ever fired it?
Yes. Of course I have. At a shooting range. Yes, of course I have.
When we come back, Vice Presidential candidate Tim Walz gets the 60 Minutes treatment, and Kamala Harris talks about why Donald Trump decided not to. Democratic vice presidential candidate Tim Walz was little known outside Minnesota just 2 months ago. He didn't exactly come from nowhere. He was a 6-term congressman and now is governor of Minnesota, where he has championed abortion rights, gun control, and other progressive ideas. But it was calling former President Trump and Senator J.D. Vance weird that may have landed him on the ticket.
The story will continue in a moment.
2 months ago, you and Kamala Harris barely knew each other. Now you're running together, vying for the top offices in the land. It's not possible that you agree on everything.
Yeah.
What have been some disagreements you've had since you became a team?
Well, she probably disagreed with, you said, Tim, you know, you need to be a little more careful on how you say things, whatever it might be.
Whatever it might be, Walz has been criticized for embellishing or telling outright falsehoods about his military record and about...
Yes, we call it stolen valor, you lying bastard. For all of us that are combat veterans that actually suit up and go into the theaters of combat with multiple tours of duty on our belt, we don't respect this lying tampon Tim lunatic. Yeah, so we do take that personally. We definitely do. And I'm glad the brother Mr. Whitaker called him out on that.
his travels to Asia in the 1980s.
In your debate with J.D. Vance, you said, I'm a knucklehead at times. And I think you were referring to the time that you said that you were in Hong Kong during the Tiananmen Square unrest when you were not.
Yeah.
Is That kind of misrepresentation, isn't that more than just being a knucklehead?
I think folks know who I am, and I think they know the difference between someone expressing emotion, telling a story, getting a date wrong rather than a pathological liar like Donald Trump.
But I think it comes down to the question of whether you can be trusted to tell the truth.
Yeah, well, I can. I think I can. I will own up to being a knucklehead at times, but the folks closest to me know that I keep my word.
No, listen to this, boy. The dynamic bullshitting duo. Being a knucklehead, basically stupid. Okay, because if you admitting it, you're stupid. That's what a knucklehead is. A knucklehead is a stupid person. That's different from being a liar, though. So basically, you're a knuckleheaded liar. That's basically what he's saying. Why would I want either of those in charge? Now, again, let's go. All presidents have lied, okay? But again, I say this to you. I posit this to you. Do you want the combination of stupid plus lying? Come on, man. I pick a struggle. We can't have both. You can't be stupid and a liar and be in the highest office in the land, nor the vice president. No. You asking for chaos if you do. See, think about this, right? Let me just ask the audience. Waltz Harris, president and vice president. Let's just go ahead and put it on them. Do you really think that the leaders on the world stage are going to respect these two idiots, Tweedledee and Tweedledumbass? Come on, man. Really? Does anybody think that the world leaders that are on the stage right now, the power players, President of China, Xi Jinping, President of Russia, Vladimir Putin, President of North Korea, Kim Jong-un, the President of India, any of the major players that's in BRICS, let's go there. In BRICS, if you know about that, do you think any of the leaders of them countries are going to respect these two idiots? Come on, man. They can be mad at the broadcast all they want. I'm making my people think over here tonight. Let's let it continue.
Walz proudly touts his record as governor of Minnesota, but it also has opened him up to criticism from his Republican opponents.
Former President Trump says that you and your administration here in Minnesota has been dangerously liberal. Radical left, he calls it. So what do you say to that criticism, that rather than leading the way, you in Minnesota are actually out of step with the rest of the country?
President Trump may be referring to that our children get breakfast and lunch in school so that they can learn. He may be talking about we have a paid family and medical leave policy that was promoted by the business community. Donald Trump spends his time tearing down states rather than lifting up the things we do, the best of it. Donald Trump's critiques of that, not only are they wrong, but I'm waiting for what is his solution. Here in Minnesota, we're so optimistic we walk on water half the year.
It was that kind of humor and candor.
Speaking of this, I'm glad he keeps reminding us that, hey, about his state there, Minnesota, because we all know what happened in Minnesota, don't we? Oh, it took riots up there in that state for them to actually arrest Derek Chauvin because they were just going to let that be. You sit here and kneel on a man's neck for over 8 minutes until you kill him. We all saw it. And again, he was not properly charged. It should have been first-degree murder because that was premeditated. And we all saw that with our own eyes. It wasn't no damn second-degree murder. So even though he's in prison, he should have got convicted on first-degree murder. That's exactly what the fuck that was. You sat there in charge and you didn't do anything. If black people wouldn't have turned up, that man would still be free right now. Oh, but the shillbillies don't like to talk about them types of things. But see, for those of us over here in New Black Media, and those of us on the Black Grassroots, and those of you that are over here in this broadcast, we have long memories over here. Oh, we remember every one of these things. But this is who they're telling you they want to put K.A.M.A.L.A and Tampon Tim in office. This is what they're telling us we're supposed to vote for.
That helped land Tim Walz the job as Kamala Harris's running mate.
Before you joined the ticket, you called Republicans weird. And that's sort of become a rallying cry for Democrats. Why do you think that label stuck?
I was really talking about the behaviors. Being obsessed with people's personal lives in their bedrooms and their reproductive rights, making up stories about folks legally here eating cats and dogs, they're dehumanizing. They go beyond weird because I said this, it becomes almost dangerous.
You know what's dangerous and dehumanizing? Giving people that survived a hurricane $750 and then telling me if they qualify for it. Let's not leave that part out. That's if you qualify for it. You know what else is dangerous and dehumanizing? Letting a bunch of criminal illegal aliens over here and then funding them with taxpayer dollars. That's dehumanizing too. That's dangerous and dehumanizing. Oh, I got one better for you. You know what else is dangerous and dehumanizing? Calling unaliving children reproductive rights. The other thing that's dangerous and dehumanizing, particularly to women, is you wanting to put tampons in the boys' bathrooms to sexually confuse the kids further, and you in support of men going into women's bathrooms. That's dangerous and dehumanizing to women too. So yeah, let's just talk about what's dangerous and dehumanizing. Because see, the shillbillies are not going to talk like that. But see, for brothers like myself, my mind still works. And I'm not afraid to speak the truth. Let's let it continue.
Let's debate policy in a real way, and let's try and find an objective truth again.
God bless America.
Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are in a full sprint to November 5th, hoping their arguments will give them a chance to cross the line ahead of Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. You are sitting here with us. The Trump campaign canceled an interview that they had agreed to participate in this broadcast. What do you make of that?
If he is not going to give your viewers the ability to have a meaningful, thoughtful conversation, question and answer with you, then watch his rallies. You're going to hear conversations that are about himself and all of his personal grievances.
All we hearing from you is about you and that one tired ass anecdotal story you keep giving us about your mama raising you, lying your ass off, talking about to be a black woman, telling us about how you grew up in your Canadian neighborhood, this idyllic, wonderful place where everybody worked hard and everything was perfect and it was sunshine and roses. Every time you turn around, you giving us a line of bullshit. So what's the difference? What's the difference, K.A.M.A.L.A? I'd like to know that, because that's all we ever hear. And notice she don't talk about that father that everybody keep trying to swear up and down, who's Irish and East Indian, that everybody, oh, he black. You don't talk about that Jamaican on paper father of yours. You ever notice that? All the stories about that mama of hers, her deceased mother. Can't dad get any credit? Why you don't talk about pops like that? Don't you find that weird? Like Tim Walz would say, tampon Tim. I think that's kind of weird too. Not to mention, you know what else is weird? Washing your damn greens in a bathtub. That's weird too. You know what else is weird? When you try to sing a classic like One Nation Under a Groove and you fuck the damn song up with your non-rhythm having ass. That's weird too. I'm just saying, I noticed some weird things too, family. Let's let it continue.
And what you will not hear is anything about you, the listener. You will not hear about how he's going to try to bring the country together, find common ground. And Bill, that is why I believe in my soul and heart the American people are ready to turn the page.
I'm ready to turn the page, all right. I'm ready to turn the page and get this asshole far away from any type of political power whatsoever. I'm ready to turn the page. Are you not ready to turn the page too? Are you not, family? Because see, this right here on your screen, this right here, this is a damn joke. But guess what? The punchline isn't going to be funny for American citizens. It hadn't been funny for 3.5 years, and it's damn sure not going to be funny if she did happen to win. You understand? Let's send this clown back to the circus where she belongs and far away from any type of political power. Because she doesn't belong there, okay? She doesn't. And see, family, I had something else I was going to share with y'all here tonight, but you know what? I'm going to save that. I'm going to save that coming up because, see, I got a point to make. And look, it's going to break my heart to do it, but I got to tell the truth. I may do it on Patreon. I may do it over here. I'm still undecided. But I think I proved my point over here tonight with everything. And look, let me tell you something. I told y'all to expect them to try to mess with it. It is what it is. They on their job. I got to be on mine. If they not messing with your channel, listen, you ain't doing something right. We tell the truth over here. Okay. Yes, they have their little rules and their guidelines, but even when you follow them, if you get to cooking and you actually saying something that's relevant towards Black America, they're going to mess with you. Okay. So it's just par for the course. So with that said, family, I want you to digest everything that you learned over here tonight. If some of it was new information, don't just take my word on this broadcast. You do your own research. I want you to be, especially the sisters, like that sister that I showed you in this broadcast tonight. She had her facts in a row. She was looking up policy. She could quote bill numbers, everything down the line, okay? That's what the whole of Black America needs to be like during these times. So with that said, thank you to everybody contributing to the broadcast. I want you to enjoy your weekend. And remember, we are a great and mighty people. And this is our time to set the record straight and show them that if they disrespect us, there's going to be political punishment with that. With that said, salute to you, Black First, and I will see you all in future content.